Oh, I'm
Turn my headset down.
I'm trying to decide if I want to get the tickets or if I want to go ahead and.
The answer is yes.
I know I want to.
No, you have to fucking go. What are you talking about?
I know.
I had a trip. I have an annual golf trip I do with a bunch of guys, and it was already set. And then they announced that. I was like, oh, I'm going to go. And then I saw it, and I'm like, fuck. So what are you going to do?
Are your headphones really high, or is it just mine?
No, mine are good.
Like everything in my headphones. That's better. That's way better.
I turned my gain down a little bit.
No, it's on me. I have Randy turned like all the way up, literally on 10. You were literally on 10.
Now I can barely hear. That's test, Mike.
Good.
Testes.
Yeah,
We never use headphones for our shows, but
I'm good.
We're occasionally.
cool.
I really just want to make sure I can hear him. I can hear you two here.
Yeah, you're fine. Awesome. Well, yeah, thanks. I appreciate everything. We've been going back and forth since March, Aprl on time.
Yeah, it's been a bit
to get everybody together.
I'm
So
gonna go and set those down so I don't break them.
I want to bring. Let's see.
And do you guys have the March kit? Does it say
It's
3 on it?
It's the March kit.
Ooh, this is a fucking these are all bangers.
Yeah,
We always try for that, right? But
Yeah.
it doesn't always turn out that way. We try our best.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This has been. So you actually did a show with our buddy Dude with the Bourbon Hunters.
Oh yeah. We need to buy a bottle out of this one.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Martel, and with me always is Mike and Randy in my basement. Usually it's at
doesn't
the
have
Mac
the
Shack.
same
It doesn't have the
ring
same
as
ring. We'll have to come up
the
with a
Mac
name.
Shack.
If you're looking for the 48th best bourbon podcast in the world, you found the right place.
No, we were 47, goddammit.
At one point we were
48.
70.
What's the 48?
I double checked before I came today.
So, and with us is Bobby from Blind Barrel, and you guys do you basically have a subscription service where you send you send 4 blinds with the notes and everything so that people can do like a blind tasting, and then you have like a subscription service for that, but then you also allow people to buy the bottles.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best value. A lot of people come for the blind; they really stay for the access.
Yeah.
I mean, what's cool actually, starting with the kit that you guys have, we added a game, which you guys are welcome to play it. But you can now guess the age, the proof, and the type of whiskey, and you'll get a score that actually tells you how accurate your palate is.
Just like a Diddy party. Guess the age.
Look at
Less baby oil.
Super inappropriate show here.
Oh, yeah.
it'd be great if we threw a little baby oil in there.
Yeah, then we're gonna drop the glass. Yeah. It's very slippery.
It's so slippery.
All right, so we should start. Is there?
I will say the box is awesome.
The packaging is outstanding. Like when this showed up, and I took it over to Mike's, I was just like, "Holy shit! Like this is great! Like it is a premium packaging. The way that you guys have this set up."
Thank you. Yeah, we wanted people to associate. We only feature small American craft distillers, and we want people. Craft. I think when we first started, people were on the fence with craft, and now a lot of people like Fred Minnick, people have it's won over a lot of critics. Some of the people that only search for blends and E.H. Taylors, like you're never going to always win them over. But we wanted people to associate these small brands with top shelf. So, I spent a whole year just making sure the custom packaging that we could essentially afford it. It was like I just called every vendor in the country until we could get it in at a certain price base. Exactly.
I really like what you did here. I just glanced over and I haven't read the whole note, but at the bottom in real big bold letters says use the QR code to reveal the sample. So it truly is a blind.
Yeah.
Like a lot of blinds you get, somebody has to pour it and write notes, and it's this big to do. This is just right here. You can taste them, form your own opinion, and then
you find out.
I
suppose you could cheat.
Oh, you could, but what's the fun in that?
No, absolutely.
Yeah, we're the only double blind model. Technically, there's certain legal things that have to be on the bottle, right? So you could find where it's from. I mean, you got to get your reading glasses on. I can't believe that 1 millimeter is legally allowed. That's like 1 millimeter. I think we're at like 1.5. But it's like, that's government approved.
Holy shit! I need to get my phone out and then like take a picture and then
Well,
zoom
there's
in.
anything we all love here, it's government approval.
Yeah.
I love
So
that though. Like, you have to have pregnant women should not
Yeah, you have to have
mean,
all the
right,
disclaimers, the legal disclaimers.
pregnant
Oh,
women
holy crap.
should not drink the beverage during pregnancy because consumption of alcohol impairs your ability to drive a car. It does it though.
I'll be
Sometimes
the
it
judge
makes
of
it
that.
better.
I mean, if
Honestly,
you're golfing, they encourage it, right?
Right.
It's a great
Right.
loophole for drinking and driving.
I mean,
Well, golf cart's really not machinery.
no. I mean, we got
Especially if it's battery powered.
we got a lot of those in my neighborhood too. Guys driving
I'll
around
make sure I
golf
put that
carts.
back in the right spot.
But so this first bottle I pulled out says it's distilled in L.A., bottled by Santa Monica Mountains Farmstead in
Camarillo.
Camarillo, California. So
If there's anything
Yeah,
else
so
we
you
love on
gotta
this
say-
podcast, it's California.
it's me reading.
You
Yeah,
got
Mark
to say the
Tell
place
reading.
it's distilled, and then you got to say the place that it's bottled.
Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
there's a whole process.
Okay.
But
Do these
yeah, in
have
order
the
to
proofs
get-
on them?
Yeah, this one says 59.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, this one says
See,
59.
I thought that was
59%.
regulated too.
Yeah.
So
you,
this
you
is
could probably guess who this is. There's a good chance.
Well,
You know.
you're giving us too much
I
credit.
was going to say,
I mean, I don't know a lot of Louisiana distilleries. I can think of two off the top of my head. We're hearing about a bunch more right now.
don't count your eggs before they're two in the bush there, Bobby.
So I'm gonna,
We're 48th in the world for a reason.
yeah. So I'll read the release 13. So this is the Heat Bourbon Real Talk edition. Hey, blind barrelers, we welcome you to our lucky number 13th release as we embark on our 4th year of journeying together through the wild world of American craft whiskey. We feel that we are in the midst of a modern whiskey boom, with some of the best and most creative spirits ever being put on the market. Thanks for being along for the ride as we continue to explore. This is a special release in collaboration with our friend Randy Sullivan over at Bourbon Real Talk. Randy has created an incredible community of whiskey lovers just like our Blind Barrel members, focusing on love and positivity, embracing each individual wherever they are in their whiskey journey, yet providing a wealth of information for curious drinkers. We are so thrilled to bring our two fantastic groups together. Release 13 is called Heat for a couple of reasons. Not only is it a partnership between two celebrated groups in the whiskey industry, a la Pacino and De Niro sharing this silver screen together in the movie for the first or second, depending on how you count it, of many incredible films, but also includes some high-proof heavy hitters that rivals our loaded Some Like It Hot release from March 2023. Keep some water handy, but don't worry, there's just as much flavor as there is heat. We can't wait to welcome so many new members to our community and hope to see you at some of our virtual live tasting events, and swing by our headquarters if you're ever in Los Angeles area. And also our good friend Randy always says, if you woke up this morning and you're unsure if anyone loves you, just know that we love you. Cheers, the Blind Barrel team.
Here's the guy's
love it.
name, Randy.
There we go.
I like the preface there. It's like a Hot Ones challenge the way it sounds,
Yeah. So
which I've done, and it is not fun.
Have you got, so you've done the hot one shot? You've done the actual, like, all the way through, like, one of their lineups, and
Oh,
you get
yeah.
to, like, the
So we
bill
did-
worth $1 million or $2 million.
For my fantasy draft, we do like the show the league. So whoever wins the previous year gets to select a challenge to determine next year's draft order. So like a year or two ago, we did, well, Mike's in it now. We did the Kentucky Derby. Everybody had to pick a horse. None of us follow horse racing. You had 12 guys that have no clue what a horse by the name is, and we're all just picking based on odds. But season 3 of Hot Ones, when it was still just a YouTube blip, my cousin had caught it, and he won the year before. He paid for all, I think it was 9 at the time, sauces, and the 7th one was the bomb. That took out all but 2 guys. That took out 10 guys, including me.
but you don't do.
I don't
hot
understand
food.
how that isn't the last one. Whenever they do anyone,
It's the worst.
Like, because it hits you, and then there's a second wave that hits you, like, later, right?
Hey, yeah, have you had it?
No, I don't think I want to. I don't want to
So-
be. It feels like it gives me anxiety.
Back then, I have nightmares about it to this day. And now they're on season like 20 something. But back then, there were 2 more after, and one was a 357 Magnum, which came with a little bullet on a keychain, and there's another one after that. the guys that went on were like the next two are nothing. Like if once you do the bomb,
like,
that's the hottest.
everything's
You're
dead.
numb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And
It's like Novocaine.
I've watched videos where they say the Scoville units they show on the show aren't exact, but whatever the bomb really is by far the hot. It's just forget flavor. Like the third one's like Sriracha, you know. We did like Cholula was like number 1 or 2. By the time you get to the bomb, you kind of like I work my way up. I'm not a spicy eater. I'm more now than I was before. And when we got to the bomb, I was done. I hated my life. We have a video somewhere from back then, and my uncle's like, got it. We're at his house doing the draft. He turns on his kitchen faucet, head under the sink. He's yelling like, "What's the internet say to do?" Like I'm chugging chocolate milk in the background. Like it's brutal. And when you talk about the heat in this, that's just what it reminded me of. So I'm like,
Did anyone fuck up and touch like their eyes or their genitals?
Oh.
There were 3 guys that ended up in the yard. I don't know what happened with them.
I used to work in restaurants, and I have made the mistake of
Touching things.
going to take
Touching
a piss
things.
after I've
Yeah.
worked with hot peppers, and it is unpleasant to say the least.
I mean, I like spicy. I will do spicy. Quaker Steak and Lube had what they called their atomic wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had an atomic wing challenge where you had to eat 6 of them, and I ate all 6. But I had the shakes. Like I was sitting there like shivering.
Imagine that.
Cold, like in
tenfold.
shock. Like
I
just
had one of their atomic wings. It doesn't touch the bomb.
Really?
It's not even close.
see.
When I had it, it was because that was years before. But once I had the bomb, nothing else mattered.
See, I don't want that. I like
Oh, it was-
I like
yeah.
spicy, but I want flavor with my shit.
I'm with you. This was no flavor. It's just pure like you're going to hate your life. And every time you watch the show, even to this day, because they've kept the bomb in, it's one of the very few they've kept from the original. It's the one that gets everybody like fired up.
Some people genetically it doesn't phase them. We got a chicken shop out here. You have to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
There's like hot, very hot. Then there's like 911, and then there's this other fucking level. And I've had the hot, and the hot was pretty fucking hot. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't need to go above what just the
like, I'm
normal
good
hot
here.
was. I'm good. The medium was actually kind of hot. I've had the medium one. I've had the hot. I'm like, I don't need to test God.
See, I absolutely love hot sauce.
I didn't test
Like,
God that day. I saw
I'm-
God that day.
I'm that guy. There's a couple that I've had that, like, the heat has been impressive, but the flavor is absolutely terrible.
See, I don't want that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, there's one thing. It's a craft. It's like anything else. Like you can do it to make it really hot, and
Right.
click those buttons. But to make it hot and also taste good is there's skill involved.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
You're in California, right? Are you in LA?
We're just north of LA.
Just north of LA.
We're in Westlake Village. We're like Calabasas, like part 2.
Now, was that on purpose, or did you just kind of?
Well, we got Josh Brolin, and we've got Josh Brolin's big head is wandering around here. And we got Wayne Gretzky, and we got I think Britney Spears lives out here now, but whatever.
Oh, shit.
I never see her. But yeah,
Good for you.
She's always held up in her mansion.
Yeah.
yeah, she's holed up exactly.
Yeah.
She's
Got somebody
holding
out.
people up her mansion at night point. What do we give this on the nose? It's harder after that show we just did with the
Well, yeah,
bookers.
we just finished doing like a Booker's flight with like
Little book at the end.
some old Bookers and then a little book chapter 7 at the end of that. So
Nice.
kind of got a reset.
I think I just
it's a
had
nice
some of that
nose.
last night.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
arm.
I am a huge Booker's fan. Like the first time I had it was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and then ever since then I'm just trying to buy every bottle that I can get.
Do the arm scratch and sniff. It smells better after. Kind of,
Oh, reset.
yeah, kind of resets. I think the aroma's better after.
See, I'm getting the same. So
Sweet.
Are you?
Yeah, it's sweet. It's good. I like it.
It reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it.
Right.
This is
something-
one that people can't get. Like, in fact, we ran out of this one, and somehow the system allowed another order to come through, and I don't know how. Somebody like literally hacked the system, and they ordered a bottle of this, and I couldn't get it, and I talked to the owner. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, no, there's a delay. And I'm like, fuck. So I was trying to literally order a bottle online to send to somebody that ordered it, and I couldn't get it.
Damn.
But I just had to call the dude. I'm like, can you just wait a few weeks? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
So first off, customer service wise, that's amazing.
Yeah.
If there's going to be a delay, just let me know rather than just be like,
It's
4
cool
weeks
with it.
later something
Stringing
shows
you
up.
along.
I usually call people. Sometimes someone will come in hot. This guy came in. He put in the wrong address. He put in like some other address. I can't control what address he puts in. He's like, this isn't even my address. And I'm like, okay. And then he's like, it's being delivered tomorrow. And then the lady, I guess, that it got delivered to called him. He's like, why is my number on the package? I'm like, that's just how shipping works. I don't know. That's just one of those shipping things.
Dude,
and then
be
he came
happy
in
about
all
this.
caps.
Yeah.
Like super all caps. And I looked it up. I looked at the dude, like he did live there like 20 years ago. He just autofilled it, fucked it up. So I just called him up. I'm like, look,
Hey, I'm sorry you screwed up, idiot.
the guy that started the company, he was really surprised. He started feeling like an asshole. And I was like, and you did live there. And I said, but I saw Sergeant is in your email. Are you a veteran? He says, yeah. I said, this wasn't our problem, but I'm going to take care of it. We take care of our veterans. And
Nice.
he felt so bad about it. But yeah, when someone comes in, I usually just call them. Or like right now, we've got in our current lineup, we got a bottle. Sometimes these are brands that aren't distributed outside their state. So in order to get
sometimes
them,
it's tricky to ship.
yeah, it's a problem. So there's a whole process. There's all this stuff that we have to do to legally get their whiskey into the bottles, but then there's a whole other process for selling the full bottles, and that's a whole other different avenue. And so sometimes you get these small distillers, and they just don't do any of the stuff that you told them to do 6 months ago. And then you get close to it, and it's like, okay. And they're like, oh, we didn't do the thing. And I'm like, how did you not? You didn't do it at all?
Shit.
Yeah. And then there's like right now we got 120 bottles. We don't do barrel picks anymore, so we do barrel picks. We have to pick multiple barrels and blend them. So we started what we call a smallest batch series. So the smallest a small batch could be. So we take 2 barrels and we blend them together. And this particular distillery just didn't file any of the stuff, or they filed the wrong thing. And now we're dealing with California, and they're just whatever. We're another week out from being able to ship this bottle that everyone ordered like a month ago.
I feel you. Ohio's the worst. Like trying to get stuff.
Dude, I'm about to move to Utah, so.
Yeah, we're not allowed. We can't ship
It's
anything.
so bad
into
Mike
Ohio.
decided to be Mormon.
Yeah, he's
Whoa, slow down. It's like my brother said, it's a reverse mission trip. I'm going to Utah to teach him how to sin.
well.
Reverse mission will be new for them. They'll be all excited.
They're like, we've heard of reverse missionary. I tried this with Allison last night.
Reverse
We just
floating.
went into sleep.
Sleep mode. So what are we giving this on the nose, Mike?
I am.
I'm a 3.5.
I'm a 3.5. It's a good
I'm a
solid.
3.5.
Good solid. And just so you know, Bobby, our rating system goes up to 5. Anything above like a 2.5 is look for this. It's a good thing.
Good.
We're pretty stringent and honest in our ratings, as our
No, hey,
longtime
that's what
listeners
you
know.
should be.
So yeah, we don't BS with our whiskey too much. We BS about everything else, but
Everything.
this is a 3.5, as in it's a very solid smelling whiskey.
I haven't-
It
I
smells
haven't
full and
tried it yet,
robust, but
but-
it's on the nose. It's solid.
I went
like
ahead
it.
and tried it already.
I'm about to.
It is.
It's got good legs. I can see it on your glass.
It's got really good legs. It is. For me, it is hot.
Oh, I don't get hot at all.
You don't get hot.
Nope.
I did it on my first sip, but we like to give it 2 or
did.
3. We try for 3. Sometimes it don't last that long. Good flavor on the first sip.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh, the second sip is so much better.
I've also got
Well,
a
that's
San in,
excellent.
so that's
Oh, yeah, you're
affecting the flavor. So I put it in before we started recording. I'm taking it into account.
okay.
I'm going to be fair and impartial.
You got wintergreen with bourbon. Ugh.
If you guys get, I would say after you have like a few sips, I would always put like a drop or 2 of water in there. All of these, just really open up with flavor. I mean, this one is one of those ones that I'll just always have this bottle at my house. It's
Solid so
super-
far. And we have
It's sweet,
many
it's
times in the
smooth.
past tried with on the rocks. We try with water. We try with saline.
We
Yeah,
do
we-
sailing a lot.
Yeah, Mike made
Saline.
a sailing.
Oh,
solution.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Saline will
Put your
open you up to a whole
contacts
new
in there
world of
overnight.
whiskey.
Oh, yeah. It's
Not contact saline.
yeah, no, it's a 3-to-1 saline solution. So 3 parts water, 1 point saline. So if you do
Yeah, I want to just go pouring Clearasil into your whiskey there. That might cause some gut
and,
or
and,
issues.
and it's probably 95 to 5%. 95% of the time it opens up flavors, and
Yeah.
5% of the time it absolutely kills
Crushes it. like just makes it intolerable. But the saline it's been a game changer for some of the stuff that we've done. We've had some stuff that is
mediocre at best.
yeah, and you put saline in it, and it just
pops.
really opens it up. Even putting like a couple drops of water didn't do anything for it, and then you put in this saline, and it's like holy
Just
shit.
an eyedropper of saline, just one
Yeah,
little
it's just
drop.
one
can
little drop.
totally change everything.
Yeah,
I think I like this one better neat, personally.
So I get sweet, I get caramel, I get almost like a bread pudding or something along those lines.
I get a baking spice with this. Like there's something on that back end.
I was gonna say mine's more bacon spice and oakiness, especially with the water. I got a real good oaky aftertaste.
Yeah.
So how do you want us to do this? Do you want to reveal as we go along?
Yeah, I could reveal as you go. Do you guys want to guess the proof and what type of whiskey it is, and maybe even the age?
Well, we know the proof.
Well, we know the proof. It's,
Yeah.
You know the proof.
it's
Everybody gets a
59.
point.
So age, I'm going to go.
I'm gonna say this is aged 4 to 5 years.
I'm going to go 6.
I'm going to go with a 4-year on this. It had some really good color to it. It just no, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I'm going to go to a 7-year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go on the high side.
Yeah,
just
I think it's
because
6. It's
I'm
very
staying between
it's
4 to 5ish.
So what do you think it is? What kind of whiskey?
well. It's from-
that's hard to tell.
I don't know any Louisiana distilleries though. I mean, with it being something that was distilled in Louisiana, I am not up on.
I feel like it's a blend, but I'm not sure.
I'm going to go with Buffalo Trace. It's Blanton's.
Yeah. Like all the taters love.
Yeah.
You think it's a bourbon?
No.
No, I don't think it's a bourbon. I think it's. I want to.
I think it's a weeded whiskey.
I wanted to say it was like just to be controversial, like a weeded rye.
I could see that.
Like
'cause
it
I
was
almost
real
said rye.
sweet, but it had that rye spice to it, and I know that's.
I was about to say it was very smooth, which is what I usually think of as a wheat, but
I'd say it's in the 30% range for rye, but mainly weeded. That would be my guess. I don't get much corn, but I could be very wrong.
So normally you're dealing with barley, corn, wheat, or rye, right? As your four main in the mash bill, and this is
might be
none
more
of those
barley.
things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's got this is 100% Louisiana rice.
Huh.
This is rice whiskey.
awesome.
Which is crazy because you'd be like, oh, was that going to taste like a sake? I thought for sure when they sent in samples, it was going to have a sake vibe to it. Nothing like it. But, so these are crawfish farmers. And they decided to take the rice that they grew the crawfish in and start making whiskey out of it. So this is J.T. Mellick.
I've never even heard of that.
Out of Branch, Louisiana. There's a big crawfish on the bottle. I can kind of show it to you. The big crawfish just chilling on the bottle.
Oh, nice.
And this is one of those bottles that, those bourbon, those tater chasers, they're after this bottle.
That it's quite. I like it a lot.
So my
Super
dog is
unique.
interrupting.
I think our members get it for like $60. I think if you find this in the wild somewhere, you're paying like $90.
Really? This is.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like this a lot. Like I was curious about. I did listen to the show with that you guys. You were on with Bourbon Hunters. I just don't remember what the selections were. Now that you mentioned this, because I think they did the same lineup, correct?
I think so, yeah.
So I remember, and I was curious what a rice bourbon would be like, or a rice whiskey would be like.
And now we know.
And now we know. Like that is.
So that's something to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, we'll never get
So,
that in Ohio. We'll have to.
Just flavor wise, what do you guys give it?
I'm easy at a 3.5.
Yeah, I'm 3.5.
I was going to say 3.5. I don't like the price on it. I'll be honest.
$60?
The $60 or the $90?
90.
No, I don't
For
like
90,
the 90.
that opens you up to so many other bourbons and whiskeys that I think.
But there's a uniqueness to this being.
Oh,
no
it's
rice.
unique. I'm not denying that.
For $90, I'd pay
I'm
for
saying-
the uniqueness.
Yeah.
For 100% rice whiskey.
Okay, you pay for that uniqueness. How often are you buying it, though? Are you getting it every time you see it? Or are you just going,
No.
oh, I've got a bottle of that at home, I'll wait?
Yeah, once my bottle's empty, I'll look for it.
That's what I'm
get it-
saying.
get
So
it,
for
yeah.
me, that kind of tells me it's not something I'm chasing, but it's something if I saw and
But
didn't
if I see
have-
it, I'll buy it.
yeah, it's not bad. I'm not degrading it. I'm at a 3.5 on it. I'm saying if you ever see it, definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed
varies.
rice.
It varies somewhere in that $75 to $100 range. I think at the distillery it's $60, so that's what we sell it for. We always sell it for the same price if you're at the
Like
distillery.
for
So
$60, this is, that's a 4.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
it's a nice cast strength. It's something unique.
Yeah, I
It's
was about
the
to
power is
say
there.
for what the proof is versus like how that translates
I'm still at
flavor-wise.
I'm still at 3.5. As in, if you see it, get it. But I'm not like, man, I'm traveling to Louisiana and I'm going to make a vacation just so I can grab a bottle.
Oh,
no, but my wife goes to New Orleans enough
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, Mel's,
that's different.
that
you can
I'll be
have her
like,
look for it.
Like I'm saying,
By
if
the
I,
way-
if I walked out today and went down to pit stop and I saw it, yeah,
I would buy this.
I don't have it at home. It's different. I don't have any rice whiskeys. I've never had a rice whiskey. Out of all the
Yeah,
whiskeys
I've had
owned,
sakis, but
yeah, I've had sake, but I've never had this. It is different. It's unique. I like it. It's got a great aroma, great flavor. Everybody should try it just because. Try it once. I mean, how often do you get to try rice whiskey from Louisiana crawfish guys? So I'd say try that for sure.
At least once
Oh, easy.
no, I like
for
it a
us.
lot.
I was hoping when I called the owner, he was going to sound like Ed Ogeron and just be like, "Well, I'll tell you, we'll get some of that crawfish ain't too fair. We'll come on down south. Come on, have some get with you."
But like, yeah. So what
Sound
we're
like-
doing here is a rice whiskey.
It's the same guy that Joe Dirt asked us if his parents still lived at the house.
That
guy
was
likes
my
to see
D-line
homos
coach for
naked.
4 years.
That don't
He
help
was
me
a
at all.
psycho.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, on to number 2.
Numero B.
So I didn't look at the back of this. I don't know what the.
So we don't know the proof. Or
I don't know the proof. We don't know
Well,
anything
then I
about
won't
it.
look either.
So
We'll just leave it.
no cheating.
No
No
proof. No anything.
So did I hear right that you work
You
with?
didn't tell us what the year was on this.
Oh,
It was a 4-year.
4-year.
It's 4
Okay.
plus. Yeah.
okay. So you work with the NIL stuff, correct? With the colleges and all the name likeness image stuff, correct?
To a degree. So I played a part in NIL coming to pass. So I made a documentary called The Business of Amateurs. So I played at USC and I was in the film school and in the business school there, and really a screenwriter by trade. Done a lot of script gig work and made some documentaries. And I was kind of tired of waiting for a movie to get made, so I made something that I knew a lot about and went and researched it. So the documentary covers the money, really showing the disparity and the gap that exists. It covers academic integrity, and then it covers really the medical side of it, the CTE, these guys that are trading their long-term mental health for the sake of these ephemeral moments of glory, and put it all into one movie. It was a really difficult film to make for a lot of reasons.
I bet.
Yeah.
We had a friend of mine that we documented in the film who passed away while we were making it.
Ooh.
Aaron Hernandez.
No.
Just a hunch.
Well, it's funny, OJ, we were talking to a doctor, and one of the things he was talking about, OJ did this thing back in the day called If I Did It, and then they aired
Yes.
it a couple of years ago, right? And because he wrote this book, and he describes how he just blacks out and he wakes up and there's a knife in his hand and blood, and it's literally what the doctor talks about in the film, in my documentary, that these guys just wake up and there's a mini seizure that takes place.
They don't
and
know.
they go into these blackout rages, and they'll see the house tore up, and they'll be like, "Call the cops, we've been robbed." And they're like, "No, you did this." And I'm like, what?
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so it's just, you blame the guy that murdered, that you kind of have to, right? But
It's like he did it, but what was the cause
Doesn't-
behind him?
Yeah. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, so I'm familiar with OJ.
yeah. No, he's a wild dude, and
Yeah.
we didn't really hit on the OJ stuff in the film. We didn't hit on Reggie Bush mainly because Reggie took money and didn't pay it back. I didn't have an issue that Reggie took money; it was that he never paid it back. That was the whole issue. So I don't think there's anything commendable about that.
Well, and there's Ohio State too, where they were
Dude,
trading.
watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Don't know.
No,
They weren't
Well,
watches.
no,
They were golden pants.
Yeah, they were golden pants
For
that they
tattoos.
traded for tattoos.
Well,
and
what
traded
gets-
signed jerseys and stuff for.
What gets with me with that whole thing is trading things that you earned that do not affect your performance on the field at all for tattoos, which do not affect your performance at all.
Yeah.
And they got
Well, none of it does.
But
No,
None of it affects
it's
your
so-
performance. I mean,
it's-
any
No,
adult can
no,
trade in
It's
their fair
so
market
controlled.
value,
It
right?
was so controlled.
but back then when basically Tressel, in so many words, Tressel was forced to retire
Lieutenant Governor Tressel.
and
Thank you.
sweater vest, and the Buckeyes were stripped of an undefeated season, stripped of there's bowl bans, there was scholarships, and then now you have colleges that are like not because I
Reggie
hate
Bush
them.
is going to get. Reggie Bush is going to get.
I've got my
awards
own.
back.
I've got my own.
Yeah, you get his Heisman back. You know,
I got
he
my
was
own
gonna
issue
sue-
with
he was
Reggie
suing
Bush.
the NCAA.
I don't blame Reggie Bush as much as I blame Pete Carroll and a lot of that. But
Why do you
now,
blame Pete?
nowadays, because Pete was Jim Harbaugh version 1.0. Oh, there's trouble. Bye.
So Pete always had a price.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
none of the coaches. So every time, meaning people that knew him behind the scenes. His first year was my last year playing there, and I've been around some pretty horrible coaches. Ed Ogeron being one of them.
Oh.
Pete's about as good of a human that I've ever been around.
I'm not talking about him as a human.
No, but he took off right when it got hot, right when the ban happened. But the reality is he always had a price that if an NFL team stepped up to that for 3 years, and somebody finally paid that, and that's when he took off.
Well, and let's be honest, everybody should have everything against Pete. How do you not run the ball? When you've got one of the greatest running backs of all time in the biggest game of all time. Even then, I was like, I'm not a Pete Carroll hater, nor am I a fan, but I'm like, you're an idiot. So you say you played at USC. What years was that? Because I'm a
97-01.
What was it?
97-01.
Oh, you were around the same time my buddy played at Ohio State. So I'm bigger into college football than either of these guys.
Yeah.
Mike's probably bigger in NFL. Martell doesn't.
I don't follow really.
He doesn't. Yeah.
I do, but I don't.
But yeah, the whole that's the cool thing you're talking about, the project you made, because CTE has been such an issue that that's the reason our boys are. I grew up playing baseball. When I went in as a freshman in high school, I was 6'1", 235. And the football coach, who was also a teacher at our small town school, was like, "Hey, good to see you here. You new?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Where did you transfer from?" I was like, "The Everett's middle school." And he goes, "You're a freshman?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You ever play football, boy?" I was like, "No, sir. I'm a baseball player through and through." And but I grew up watching sports. Our house was always there was the Bulls. I'm a Cowboys fan. Sorry, I hate it myself. I'm a Reds fan, and I'm a Buckeye. I was born miles from the horseshoe. And as I got older and started looking, and then we had kids of our own, I was like, I don't want them getting that kind of head trauma so easily, because I saw people I knew did play in college, did play at big schools, and even good Division II programs, kids I graduated with, and they were just coming out, there were 4.0 students, and they were just coming out barely able to tie their shoes, and I was just like, I don't think I want that for my kids. But back then, especially through the late 90s, and I'd say towards the middle 2000s where it started to change, it was brutal. Like, that football in general was smash mouth, running up the gut.
yeah.
Linebackers and running backs are going head-to-head full speed.
That's what it should be, though.
And I'm not disagreeing, but
I mean, we had 3 days. We had 3 full pad practices a day for 24 days straight, and it was like 108 degrees.
Yeah.
It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
oh,
And,
sure.
you know,
USC's not a
So
soft
you just
school.
lost
that's
like
a big
8 pounds a
program.
day.
3 days. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
my
like
coach,
8 pounds
everyone
a
that loved
day.
me got
You're just
fired.
like just water weight alone. Like everybody ends
I
up a
lost 30
skeleton.
pounds in 5 days in my 3rd year doing that,
Jesus
and because I was sick and I was vomiting,
Oh,
and
geez.
I was practicing through it. You play hurt. I mean, it's just
You play
all the-
hurt. Man up.
Oh, you always play hurt. Yeah, or you hurt or you injured. That's part of it. You compete against all these people. They're all the best players in the country, and everyone's banging heads. So it's not all this concussions. It's actually the subconcussive blows. You're having 800 to 1,500 subconcussive blows per season.
Yeah.
So if you're aware of that and you let your kids play Pop Warner, people are going to be listening to this and won't like this, but at some point it becomes a form of child abuse. Like I want all these kids. Hey, your kid wants to play within high school. Great. You can learn all the football skills you need playing flag.
Yeah.
You don't have to go bash your head into some other kid.
Well, and that's why
100
our
times.
youngest son plays baseball, and He's just now in his last year of T-ball, but they started a couple years ago doing 3 coach pitches. Then they'll bring out the tee. He gets a hit every game, left and right-handed. So he's very talented at baseball. But he plays flag football because in the fall, it's a great way to stay in shape, learn teamwork, make new friends.
And you can learn those skills.
And you're not going to kill yourself long term.
Yeah, without
like I don't want 20 years down
early puberty like stomping on you.
Well, I don't want my kid 20 years down the road going Chris Benoit in our family. That was my biggest fear. Like I'm also big into. I should have went to psychology, but in psychiatry, those were 2 of my most fascinating subjects I ever took in high school and college. And looking at those and then having kids of my own, I went, maybe not. Like, my kids still could go nuts. You never know.
And so I
played
hockey.
That.
So.
Lou Gehrig had several. Our documentary was the first documentary to actually talk about Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS. That he had several documented concussions. He played football at Columbia, and he got knocked out at the plate several times. They didn't have batting helmets back then. And it was highly probable that he had chronic traumatic encephalopathy. The film was made to kind of shine a light on the rights, the inarguable rights. And then we tried to pass all sorts of laws against coaches abusing athletes. All the schools lobbied against all these things. We never got anything passed. And then I'm on the oversight committee for the nonprofit that created the NIL laws, and we got it passed in California unanimously. It was bipartisan. 5 minutes of the film played at the state Senate hearings. And then we got it replicated in 12 other states, and then it played for the Supreme Court when they decided on it a few years ago. And overnight, college athletes, all of a sudden now it's not taboo. When we first started making the film, it was taboo. People were like, "You're trying to get rid of football," and I'm like, "The reality is."
And I bet you people wouldn't even talk to you.
People were the only 2 people that 3 people that denied an interview were Mark Emmert, who was the head of the NCAA.
Yeah,
I didn't expect him to. Pete Carroll. So kind of annoying that he did, said
Told
no.
You.
And, so I was a little bitter about that. And then the athletic director Pat Hayden at the time at USC, who's a punk. He is a punk because when I did press about some things that happened, he lied and said that those are open practices. He wasn't even there. So he lied to protect the school. So I don't have any respect for that guy. But he was a Rhodes Scholar, so you think he'd be smarter than that. But, some people are bad people. And a lot of coaches are bad people. I've been around some, you get the coach's son, we had some cool coaches' sons. Schottenheimer's kid, who's now doing pretty well in the NFL.
Yep.
Sarkisian, Kiffin, they were all like, they always come in and give them responsibility at the tight end. You get one guy. They're responsible. Don't fuck up this one guy. And then they do special teams. So that's what all the coaches' kids come in and do.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I always said if our boys wanted to play like legit football, I would train every day to try and make them the best kicker I could. Because those guys are kicking the NFL till they're like 56.
Oh, yeah.
Just walking with millions.
I was about to say, Pat McAfee's made a real good career out of that.
And he is one of the greatest. Yeah, he's a punter. He's one of the greatest to do it. And but I was like, man, those guys doing punts, kickoffs, field goals.
Yeah.
You can't touch them. It's like
I hated kickers.
Yeah,
they would complain about camp and like they're gonna go fucking like gamble and try to hit the crossbar all practice. Like, oh, it's such a hard day. I'm like, I hate you. And that we're going out there and we're violently colliding all day, and yet the whole game's on this stupid little fucking 5'7" dude on his foot. Like it's on him. All right, David Newberry, let's see if you can do it. And then and then he doesn't do it. Nobody wants to sit next to him. People would like triple up on a bus seat just so they wouldn't have to sit next to David Newberry.
No, I will say if I saw Adam Vinatieri on a plane, I'd sit next to him.
Oh well,
that guy should be in the Hall of Fame. But anyway,
see, I was a hockey player, so we played through all the injuries.
I ran track.
Gay.
Pretty much.
What was your event?
I did the 100, the 200, the 400, the 300-meter hurdles.
Hurdles are hard.
Then
hurdles don't fit me well.
I focused on long jump and high jump.
You know what I do? This sounds horrible. I've done this about 5 times in my life. But in the spring, if I see a track meet going on, I'll stop and I'll go time up when the JV or the freshman 300 low hurdles is. Mm-hmm. And it's the most unfortunate. Like, so that last leg, right, where they got to jump over like 2 or 3, I just post up right there because there's about 2 or 3 girls that by the time they get around to it, they're weeping and they have to finish it. It's because they've already fallen once maybe, and they're going to fall a couple more times. And they're going to learn from it. They're going to toughen up from it, but it's
tragic.
So I do a lot of photography for the local high school here, and I do like a lot of the sporting events, and I force my daughter to run track, and so I go and do all that. And you're right, I see them come across on the 300-meter hurdles, and they're just like dragging ass. Like they hit the hurdle, they fall down, they get up, they keep going. Like, props for keep going.
Climb over it like.
But yeah, I've watched one girl like
4-foot fence.
I watched one girl like stop and like step over it and then keep going. And I know when I did it, like I don't know how many hurdles I broke with my trailing leg. Like I would just pull my leg through and just snap fiberglass hurdles like left and right.
My favorite's that video came out like 10 years ago where it's like one big girl or dude, I don't even remember if it's guys or girls. And like the gun goes off and everybody takes off running, and the first hurdle, they'll start jumping and they just whoop and throw it. And they just run through them all like, get that out of my way, get that one out of my way.
As long as it stays in the
see
lane,
that track
it's legal.
dude whose dick like came out when he was running?
Oh, yeah.
That was just recent.
That was recently.
That just happened.
That dude, and he still won while he was fiddling with himself.
He
still
just signed
won.
a contract to something. I don't know if it was
OnlyFans.
Yeah, it was. I think it was an OF.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he got a deal. That guy had a deal.
Well, it's like
if
the
your
French
junk's
guy in
falling
the
out in a
Olympics.
race, you're doing well.
Yeah, the French guy in
You're
the
winning other
Olympics.
things.
Yeah, I was gonna say the French guy in the Olympics. They're like,
The pole vaulter.
Yeah,
there was a time when that would be embarrassing. This guy's like,
this guy capitalized.
well, I think he was getting hits in his DMs before he even picked up his phone again. So your pole, take out a pole. How
Yeah.
you doing?
All right. Back on track.
So this
Number 2. Who
This
does
is
number 2
corn.
work for? I get a little bit of corn on
this
this.
is corn.
But it's not
It's not like corn pop.
No, it's not like that Field of Dreams
Yeah.
garbage I
It's
had
not like
over
corn
there.
pop, real corn.
Have you had the Field of Dreams, the corn whiskey that literally came from the Field of Dreams from the movie?
Somebody brought it on the golf trip, and I didn't have any of it.
Good for
choice.
you.
You didn't miss anything.
Good
I
choice.
smelled it, and I was like, "This smells like trash."
Yeah, it
I'm like,
was.
"This smells
The
like
marketing-
Kevin Costner."
Marketing
I call
is
it
brilliant.
I call those KISS bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic marketing, mediocre performance at best.
Yeah, it was. I bought 2 bottles of it, and I'm gonna make barbecue sauce out of it.
I get some Waterworld whiskey though. I'd be down for that.
Oh,
Me, I prefer
lot of
Robin Hood Men
salinity.
in Tights whiskey myself.
I got Jurassic Park the cologne. I swear to God, I saw this. It was on like Groupon for like $5. It was like the 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park, the cologne, and I was like, okay,
Yeah, sure, I
I'm
can
in.
do
I'm
that.
100% in on that.
Yeah, it just
That's a
smells like the
collector's item.
Florida Everglades. It's
Yeah, I
ball
don't know what it
sweat and
smells like.
amphibian water.
It was like Triceratops turds.
It smells like Jeff Goldblum.
Hey now,
so this
I'd be in
is.
that.
he saved the world from aliens. You watch your mouth.
I do get a little bit of corn on this, but
This
It's
tastes
sweet.
more. It tastes more like a quote unquote normal whiskey. Something I would
Yeah.
expect
It,
whiskey to taste like.
it tastes weeded, but it smells like corn.
yeah,
No, I don't get the weeded on this as much as I did the last one. This is definitely, I would say this is definitely more corn on the taste. I don't get as much on the nose, but I
definitely
do on
more
the
corn.
taste.
yeah. It's definitely more corn on the
You watch him,
on the
he's gonna
mouth
be like,
experience.
This one's from the rice paddies of Vietnam, from
Yeah.
these shrimp farmers.
It's 100%
Bubba
you-
Gump's over there with his fishing boat and his shrimping boat.
Shrimp and grits.
This is made from actual Vietnamese people. They found in
I thought it tasted
Literally,
like
we
napalm.
ground them up. And
It's
put them in
Soylent
the
Green.
vats.
Yeah.
It's Soylent
It's
Green.
20% napalm.
Yeah. Oh, that explains the smoky.
I can smell the punji pits.
This is probably of the 4. This is probably a brand you guys have heard of. This is one that we chased for a long time, and Randy Sullivan sent an email, and then there was a 5-minute phone call, and they're in the lineup. But
Okay.
Too many people named Randy.
I don't know anybody else named Randy. I don't think.
Hi, I'm Randy. That's actually my
Or
name.
Randall.
Yeah.
Nope.
Macho
Nope.
Man Randy Savage.
I'm not Randall. I mean, people call me Randall. It doesn't bother me, but my legal name is Randy.
They just
they were like,
skipped it all. They're like, no, we'll just call him Randy.
It's fine. Randy.
I think they
I'd
just
buy
wrote
Macho
Chunk.
Man whiskey. Macho Man had a whiskey.
He did.
I'd buy
I would drink Ultimate
One
Warrior
of the people
whiskey.
from Columbus.
Yeah, I would
Or
drink.
Rowdy Piper.
did he have a
whiskey, but
whiskey
that would be a
brand?
Scotch.
Oh no, it would be great if he did though.
It'd be awesome. Be like, oh, tower of power, too sweet to be sour.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're wasted and beating our wives tonight.
Tastes like Elizabeth.
It tastes like Mrs. Elizabeth. Yeah.
Wake it up.
I would definitely buy Mrs. Elizabeth's whiskey.
100%.
She went south too. I mean, every single. Did you guys watch the Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix?
It's on my list,
on
but
my
I also
list.
feel like I'm going to be
so
real
good.
sad at the end of it.
I loved it. Every part of it. I knew all the stories, so nothing was surprising, But it's funny because they got McMahon to talk about it before the whole scandal broke. And have you read the texts? Like, have you gone through the text messages of what he said to this poor girl?
Oh, no.
Some of them,
Unbelievable.
yeah.
It's mind blowing, like just how bad it is. Like I've never
Absolute
he's
power
not using
corrupts
ChatGPT.
absolutely.
Fuck.
I'm gonna have to go back. I haven't I didn't follow any of that stuff, but I have the McMahon thing in my list.
I saw Randy. I saw Ric Flair kill Tony's set because he got upset. I watched that.
Really?
That must have been just recently.
Oh, like a year ago now.
Well, that's
12
recent.
months ago. Yeah,
What was
he.
he upset about? They made fun of him?
Ric Flair. No, they were praising him the whole time, like he's one of the greats, and Tony Hinchcliffe was an actual wrestler in high school.
And he's a huge
And
WWE fan.
He's a big fan. They loved having him on, but this one guy got up and during the interview process, they're like, "What do you do for a living?" He's like, "Well, I do this, and that, and I'm also a high school wrestling coach." And they're making jokes at him, which they weren't bad jokes compared to what you see on Kill Tony. And Ric Flair's like, "All right, guys, listen up," so everybody gets quiet because Ric Flair's speaking,
Right.
And he's like, "I don't care what they say. I commend you for what you do." And Tony's like, "Oh, Rick, that's part of the show. We're kidding." And he's like, Nope. Everybody's trying to talk him down. He's like, no. He's like, this man dedicates his life to helping young kids, and I'm done. And he got up and walked off.
Shit.
He got all offended.
Damn.
And I was like, Ric Flair
did
got
he-
offended by that.
did he
It was like the
not-
most mild.
Did he not know what he was getting
They told
into?
him. They said they told him, but yeah, he walked off set.
There's one thing about telling him, and then there's one thing
seeing
about
it.
also.
But the guy
watch
was like, I'm a
these.
wrestling coach, and he immediately flipped before they said anything.
Wow.
He went super soft, and I was like, that's not the Ric Flair I remember.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
I
have.
mean,
I
Then
get
I
it.
got
Like
knocked out.
I get it, but in that situation,
He
you're
just said-
walking into the Lions Den knowing
He said, "Woo."
you're going to get grilled.
Yeah.
And Ric
There's
Flair
a
was
place
having
called Field
none
of
of it.
Dreams in Vegas. It's an autograph place, and he was there signing. So I paid to get the picture with him, and it was cool because during it, I was like, we're going like, woo, we were doing the nature boy, like, woo, but it's a photo, right? But he was just quietly under his breath to just be authentic, was going, woo. And I was like, that was the coolest part.
Well, he's like
just-
327 years old now, so it's,
He looked terrible, but
that
you
was
know.
just
Yeah, looking terrible and
He's-
being in
that
Vegas
was
kind of
him
goes
being-
hand in hand.
That was him being nature boy. That was him struggling to survive.
Yeah.
He's like, woo.
He's now defying Nature Boy.
What do we get?
right.
Let's rank the number two.
So number
And
2.
figure out what it is because we haven't even found out what it is.
So number 2, I get.
I got corn, drinks like a we did.
I
Yep.
think the proof's a little higher than the first one. I got all corn.
Slightly.
I don't think wheated on that. I got all corn. I think
that
it's-
part I can tell you. So the first one was 59. This one is
62.
61.1.
I said 62.
Nice call.
Tried.
Good call, sir.
I'm 2 for 2.
It does.
About 1,000.
It is a little.
I also think it's younger. I'm placing this one at the 2, maybe between 2 and 4.
No,
I'll say average 3
I'm,
years.
I'm sticking with 6.
I'm going to go 4.
No, I'm saying
I'm sticking
4,
with 6.
4 was my top. I was saying 2 to
6.
4.
Corn, drinks like a we did.
I'm going to say, just to average it out, 3 corn, drinks like a corn.
like
Okay. One of you pretty much crushed this. So this is a 6 year, and it is a weeded bourbon.
Hey,
and this is the Rickhouse proof of the soft winter wheat red from Ben Holiday out of Missouri.
Ooh. Yes. Okay. I've had Ben Holiday before.
got it.
That's it. That's good stuff. We can get in it. That's readily available here in Ohio too.
Yeah.
Like
That was I really enjoyed that one.
Ohio's a weird state. We're not allowed to ship anything in. We're not allowed to ship anything out. We can ship internally. Like I can ship stuff up to Cleveland if I wanted to, no problems. But then like trying to get stuff here is
It's
an absolute
starting to
nightmare.
open. It's starting to open up.
It's starting to, but it's just not where it should be. Like there shouldn't be any reason why
Like
I
we can
can't
get
call
2 bitch, we can
somebody
get
up.
virtual cane.
Look,
There's
Well,
We don't
technically we can't even get 2 bitch. They're just going around the system.
We don't have
I'm
any
fine with
problem ordering snow globes here.
Yeah, we have a listener in
Cool story,
Oregon who sends us stuff constantly, and
you're about to get an
we're about to get
listener
more.
in Utah who sends you not.
Not things.
I'm gonna send you just campfire all the time.
Fuck off.
What's your favorite SKU from Middle West?
Oh, that. So I personally am a huge
I love
pumpernickel
Middle
rye.
West.
I was going to
Fan.
say the rye.
That was in our first lineup. That was sample C in our first lineup ever. And I think what we want to do is bring it back, but get the cast strength in the lineup.
Cast strength or the Michelin.
We actually just talked about Middle West last episode.
because they bought Old Elk.
They bought Old Elk out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we like Old Elk. I always thought Old Elk was good marketing and a fair bourbon.
Yeah, I mean, so Old Elk was started by the guy that started Otterbox, and he just had a shit ton of money.
No
and,
shit. I didn't
and
know
Greg
that.
Metz.
Yeah,
so
Greg
Greg
Metz.
Metz
I had
was
no
the head
idea.
distiller for MGP, and they paid him $1 million a
was
year
so
and said,
fucking
"Do whatever
good.
the fuck you want."
So I'm a big fan of Middle West. I'm friends with one of the guys who helps run the place down there.
Victor.
And
Rudra.
And they're basically a rebottler. They're in Florida, but they're
Horse Soldier?
Two Souls.
Oh, okay.
So Two Souls. So Middle West does contract distilling for Horse Soldier, and now that they own Old Elk, they're it's not contract distilling, but whatever. But the Two Soul Spirit was they're a company they're just outside of Tampa, I believe, but they did a double-barreled pumpernickel rye of Middle West that came in at 126.7%.
My God.
It is fucking.
It's so good.
Like, I went and grabbed.
And it's
Like,
straight out of.
I keep checking Two Spirit to wait for
That's dope.
another Middle West spirits to.
It's
show
straight
up.
out of Florida too. It is 51% corn, 49% bath salts.
Like they
It's quite spinningly good. Yeah.
it's something where I think they bought the barrels from Middle West
And they
and then
blended
rebarreled
themselves.
them in Florida, so that you get that Florida heat.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely phenomenal. But then, like right after this came out, Middle West released their whole cast series, their cast strength series, and I haven't picked up one of those bottles, but Ohio does their own picks, and which are in most cases, OHLQ does a horrible fucking job with barrel picks. Like the only thing they can do right is Middle West, Maker's Mark, and Bullet. Anything else is it is hot garbage. But because Maker's just kind of says, hey, here's what we have. Pick this.
Pick one. It's like they don't have to pick it. They get to pick from.
Yeah. And I think Middle West kind of does the same thing when it comes to, like, Jason C. from the Mash and Drum has been on a couple of the OHLQ picks for them. So you've got people that have, a palate that can taste some things. And then Bullet just kind of like, here, this is what we have, take it. But everything else, like I have something from Starlight, and I'm a huge fan of Starlight Distilling.
Yeah.
But they have a
That's
honey
dope.
barrel that I was excited for. It's an OHLQ bottle. It's garbage. Like it is, I can't drink it.
I feel like there are certain distilleries who's like we can't get rid of this. Send it to Ohio.
Yeah. Well, most everything other than those three that I just
That's how
mentioned.
we all ended up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm leaving because I'm more than Ohio.
Yeah, I don't know if Utah's a brag.
I mean,
not Ohio.
It's not Ohio.
You're gonna have all sorts of buddies in the pharmaceutical industry, but they're doing a lot of ketamine in Utah right
Yeah,
now. That's
yeah,
like
they
a
sure
hot
are.
thing.
Yeah,
They-
it's
they
the
go
second.
and-
It's Silicon Valley 2.0.
What Mike fails to mention at this point is his wife's a doctor, and that's why they're moving out there.
Yes. Yep.
So she has to move out there. So
Yeah.
she's
So
getting.
she oversees the largest undergraduate nursing program in the nation.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So we're losing Mike to that. If it wasn't for Mel.
Drunk Mel
Have you thought
2028.
divorce?
No.
It's an option.
No, Mike's like, no.
Hard no.
There's
It's
a,
like, I have the insurance, but she's got the salary.
Mike's like, I will go out there and soak every day for that woman.
Yeah, absolutely. How many beds do I have to jump on? Done.
Yeah, you could be the professional soaker. I met a girl, my waitress in Vegas.
I already love this story.
This story
was
is already
under the bed.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm in.
And yeah, her and my dad was a big fan because it was one of these waitresses where they just have to show all of their ass. Like that's the outfit, right? Is the pool waitress,
Right.
And she was so sweet and beautiful. And of course, we get on to talking about soaking. She's like, "Oh yeah, I did that for a bunch of people." Like, what do you mean? Like, you don't jump on
Were
the bed.
you the
you go
jumper
under.
or were you
She was
horizontal?
underneath it. She's underneath it doing like military raises. Like she's doing like she's fucking pushing on the bottom of the bed.
I tried that once, but they couldn't move me.
Yeah. Matter of fact, they suffocated.
need that.
Somebody had a hernia trying to live in my bed.
I need that job. Just jump on a bed or press under the, whatever.
That's your new gym.
That's
It's the new
it's not gonna be-
CrossFit
Get
Get paid
workout.
to work out.
it's not going to be CrossFit. It'll be like Mat Fit.
Yeah.
It's cross-legged
I
workout.
think you should show up with like flashing LED lights and just give people a seizure. So that way they're just
They just start shaking.
yeah, exactly. Just give them like
We're bringing back the strobe light,
I didn't really have
boys.
sex. I just had a seizure while I was inside of the woman. I couldn't help it.
It was awesome.
So you guys on the Sample C now?
We are. Yes, we're on Sample C.
Sample C.
So I feel like I've had this before. The nose is very familiar.
It is.
The mouth experience is very familiar.
I haven't tasted it yet, but the nose is.
But but I can't pinpoint it. Like I get some sweetness, a little bit of.
Oh, I get corn again.
Toilet bowl cleaner.
I'm not getting corn, but I get some sweetness to it. I get a little bit of. There's like a
Without looking at the
light fruitiness.
without looking at the label, I'm guessing this one right here so far is the youngest and lowest proof.
It tastes young.
It tastes very young. This one I think would be better aged longer. If it's 7 years, it should be 10.
I'm going with
Personal
it's
preference.
a 4-year.
Oh, I'm saying this is 4 or less easy.
Or you know what?
And I'm going to say this is 110 or less on the proof. If it's not, I'll be shocked. And I'll own it like I always do, but this is
It's 90. It's 90.
yeah, this is way. I was going to say 100, but I gave
I was
myself
about
a
to say,
buffer.
it's about 100.
I'm gonna go with 90.
100,
It's a
but it's
4-year.
young.
It's got.
It's not bad,
sweet.
but I don't think it's as good
But
as the last
I still
two.
get corn.
I don't get corn though.
I do.
I'm also an idiot, so
We all are.
that's
Speak for myself.
the whole show.
That's why we're number 48 in the world, baby.
That's right.
Now, this is actually distilled at Bardstown. This is kind of
Okay.
a fun fact for this one. This is not Bardstown, but this distillery takes all their grain.
That would have been
They
funny.
take all their grain, they load up the trucks, they bring their barrels, they bring everything. And in a week, they could make everything in Bardstown of what would take them a whole year.
Damn. Okay.
So they essentially borrow Bardstown stills, those massive continuous column stills they have. And, in about 6 days, they make all the product they need for the whole year. That's not how they do all their product. This is the
But
only
this
one
one
of their products.
specifically.
This one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think water helps this.
I don't know.
On the palate a
I
lot.
drank it too quick. This was super easy to drink. That's
It
why I
was
think
it
it's
was
young.
easy to drink beforehand, but with the water, just a drop,
I like it.
it made it mellowed it out, and made it like
thought it was pretty mellow to begin
a silky smooth.
Even better.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was mellow to begin with, especially compared to what we've had.
Great. Way to make me regret things.
Hey, go and
Yeah,
pour
you're
some more out
welcome.
of that bottle.
Yeah, here.
Oh, good.
ahead.
Good. Smell that bottle. Imagine smelling that
there's
bottle of
there's
water.
a hint.
Use a half a drop of water.
I'm really bad at just choosing distilleries in general, like where things come
Yeah,
from,
that part is hard for me.
like that. I'm
It's not
I'm
bad.
awful at that.
This is my least favorite so far.
oh, this is like my number 2.
Nah,
This is
I
super
like the other
easy
two.
to drink.
Oh, it's easy to drink, but it's just not my favorite. Right now, number 2 is my favorite, or B. A is my close second.
No, this
I
is
don't know. There's something to this, but I can't pinpoint it.
I'm
think this might be
BCA right now. I really did like the rice, but
going to sleep.
oh, no, we're not.
I think this. I'm BAC. I think this one here might actually be weeded.
Nah, I don't.
Young corn.
It's definitely
That's all
young.
I've got.
I'm
and
going
corn,
with
but I
it.
think there's heavy wheat in this mash bill too,
I feel like there's wheat in the mash
or
bill,
barley. I think it's I think it's at least 51
There's some
corn.
there's some wheat. At what point does a bourbon cross? You know, we have high rye and low rye bourbons, right? And then we have weeded bourbons. At
50%
what-
usually.
But I mean, if you've got
What a dick.
I mean, am I wrong?
Only morally.
Well, we knew that before we ever started the show.
True story.
Sorry, Bobby.
But no, I was just wondering, at what point does it cross over and it's a weeded bourbon? Like, you know, oh, I got 1% wheat in there. And, you know, what point is it technically a weeded bourbon?
But that's what I was saying, like 50% or more, like 51% or more. If it's 51% corn, I call it a corn. If it's 51% wheat, I call it a wheat. Anything over 50%.
Yeah, but that's a wheat. That's not a weeded bourbon. So weeded bourbon means it's at least 51% corn.
Corn, right?
And then
If you corn
some
by a
of
bourbon.
the remaining mash bill is wheat.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, like, what is that threshold? Is 10% enough, or does it need to be at 20?
I guess I was going more off the weeded whiskey versus weeded bourbon. But yeah, the way you just posed that,
I would say
Follow
10%.
I don't know.
I would say, for me, I would say 10%.
I mean, there's not really a rule to it.
No.
I
Yeah, I mean,
almost think it depends on
maybe
the
there is a
whiskey.
rule. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the rule is, but
Not that I know of.
you guys ever have any of French Lick? Alan Bishop, you know, was a distiller out there. He left and he started Old Homestead, but he puts in the mash bill. He'll put 2% buckwheat because when you get rye, 2% of that rye is buckwheat, and he just puts it in the mash bill.
Oh. No, I haven't had it.
No, me either. But now something to look for.
I mean, you don't need to get French Lick anymore because Alan's not there anymore.
but
So
Homestead.
anything that they make is going to be subpar. But Old Homestead they just got rolling, you know, not too long ago. So when they start putting bottles out there, it's going to be badass.
Oh. Then we're going to have to keep an eye out then.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Definitely.
So this one's out of Arkansas. Can you guys name a distillery out of Arkansas?
Oh, I can't name a distillery in Kentucky.
Yes, you
There
do.
you go.
Oh.
They did it. They did it at Bardstown. This is Rocktown out of Little Rock, Arkansas.
I've never
And
heard
this
of
is from their Calm Still collection because this is the one that was made at the Bardstown Still, and it's 116 proof. It's just under 4 years, so it's almost 4 years. It
Okay.
didn't make it 4 years. So it's like 45 months.
I said it was
So
over.
it's a little younger.
Same.
I was off on the proof.
I was
that's a much higher
off
proof
on the
than
proof. Like, this did not drink like a 118. This
Not at
was... This
Not
is
at all.
super...
116.
Or 116, yeah. But this didn't drink as...
No,
This
I
drink-
guessed it.
this
close to
drink
that.
like you guessed 90.
I guessed it around 100, and I gave myself 10 points for a buffer. Way easy to go down.
Yeah.
As far as proof goes, I got the age spot on pretty much.
What was the mash
What's
bill?
the mash bill on this one?
Let's see. It's let me pull it up. It's 79% Arkansas corn, 8% Arkansas wheat,
So
13%
I got
malted
the corn
barley.
there, yeah.
I said corn with wheat.
Yeah, same.
I said at least 51 corn and then some wheat, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what makes it a wheated bourbon. Personally.
Yeah, I don't know what the line in the sand is, but
I've
you
had
know.
wheated whiskeys, which is obvious, but wheated bourbons, I don't know. But I liked it, but it was probably my least favorite of the three I've had in this sample.
See, I think that I really like this one. This is definitely not my least favorite.
As far as the drinker, that was super
was
easy
solid.
to drink for
Oh, it was
the proof. Like that didn't drink like 110 at all.
No, but I think that's where the age came into play on that one. It was very young.
Yeah, but sometimes young can
Sometimes
be
it
a
can.
detriment.
But if morons like us can pick out that it's young, especially me, like if I'm guessing the age statement right, it's pretty young.
This one,
That doesn't make it bad.
Pretty
We've had young ones before we loved.
color is gorgeous.
this has this number. D has it is
It's your favorite number.
it is number D.
He loves the D.
I love the D. This it's a really really great looking amber
Oh, yeah.
color.
That's a Killian's right there.
Killian's Irish Red,
Oh yeah.
but
This looks like the fake coloring they put in whiskeys for movies, Like this is what you want a
John
whiskey
Wick.
to look like. Sure.
Yeah.
Name any movie. But this is what you want a whiskey to look like.
John Wick was a Blanton's drinker. That's the only thing I hold him against him.
Was
I
it Blanton's
don't-
Gold? At least?
What's that?
Was it Blanton's Gold or
No.
No, it's
Oh,
just Blanton's.
I don't
So
hold it against them
in-
for two reasons. One, I know it's fake, and two, Maverick drink Blanton's.
no.
Yeah.
That was a great movie, too.
In John Wick 1, it's just straight. It's single barrel, straight.
Just
your
Blanton's.
run of the mill single barrel.
But again, if
But
you're making a movie,
in-
that's a fantastic looking bottle.
It is.
It's a kiss.
It's
in-
iconic.
I think in 2 they used the European bottles,
I
so
think
the green label bottle. And then I don't know if there was even.
How much did Blanton's pay? Because everything is paid
mean,
for.
Product placement. You go all the way to like when BMW was the James Bond car. I mean, they paid $275 million for 3 movies for that, and that was in the '90s.
Yeah, and they got rid of Aston Martin, which should always be the Bond car.
It should have been.
But yeah, BMWs are nice and all, but Aston Martins are so much better.
Yeah, no, they just took the money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a money
Oh
grab.
wait, you can finance half the movie? Great. We're in.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Bland's. I mean, if it's featured in a pretty regular way, I wouldn't be surprised if they paid $500,000 or $1 million for that.
I was gonna say,
We couldn't record last week. Part of the reason was because I was involved in the HRC event that had an auction and a single bottle of Blanton's.
your run of the mill, $60 bottle.
Yeah, cask strength Blanton's, $320 for. And the only thing that was labeled was that it's an apostrophe. $320.
It's ridiculous.
Insane. I can't. I can't fathom that.
No.
So Bobby, we
For
call Blanton's here.
$320, how much good bourbon can you buy?
We call Blanton's here a $30 bourbon in a $60 now $75 bottle.
Yeah, they just
Great
'cause they just
marketing. It
bounced
is
the price.
It's
definitely-
not bad. It's just not
No,
worth
it's
what
just
people
not.
pay.
It's not. It's the marketing. They did it right.
It's marketing is
Kudos to them.
brilliant.
I mean,
Are you guys in any of the Facebook groups? So what I like about Blends and Eagle Rare is that people trade. So they'll put up, let's just say Thomas H. Handy, right? They'll put up a bottle that's normally 600 and they'll be like, give me 5 Eagles and 2 ponies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so if you paid MSRP 120 and then 4 times 35, like another 140, so 260. So if you're paying 260 for a Thomas H. Handy, it's because you can trade 2 Blends and 4 Eagles for it.
We're like 100% do that.
Oh yeah, I see that. I actually traded.
Like we can get Weller's
Weller Red we can't get
As regular.
as readily available as it should be.
but
and-
Weller Green is like super available.
It's always on the shelf, and they've laxed. So we have. I'm sure you've heard it. Like we do allocation in Ohio, where you're allowed 1 bottle per person, and they're starting to relax on that a little bit. So you can buy 2 bottles of Buffalo Trace now instead of 1, or 2 bottles of Weller Special Reserve instead of 1. With some of these things, Blanton's is still it's 1 bottle per person, but they allow you to go back in line. Like you can, depending on the store, you just
or you send somebody else in, or you go as a
yeah,
pair,
it's
or-
it's all horseshit, but we never get, at least in our area of Ohio, we never get Weller 107. And I always see people on Facebook groups like, yeah, I have this bottle. I'll take, two Weller Reds or 3 Weller Reds for whatever. I'm like, we never have it to be able to try. Like, I have a bottle that I haven't opened, and I open every bottle I own, but like, I'm just kind of sitting on it for something to come up so that I can trade. And I ended up at one point, I'm not a huge Weller 12 person. Like, I think it's fine. It's fine. I think it's a little over oaked for me. But I had a bottle because I ended up at a lottery, and they're like, hey, you get, here's your options. You can get this bottle of Weller 12, or you can get this bottle of
whatever
something else. And I'm like, I'll take the Weller.
Yeah, $40.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, I'll take it. But a buddy of mine, I was down on the trail with my sister and my brother-in-law, and we're at Willett, and it was some lady's birthday, so they broke out a Willett 8-year wheat, the black bottle with the purple top.
Yeah, the purple. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a $250 bottle. I'm like, holy shit, I want to get a bottle of this. I made a post on Facebook about, how good it was on my personal account, and someone's like, hey, I got a bottle of this. If you got a Weller 12 and $50, it's yours. I'm like,
sold.
Done.
Sold.
Like, in.
Yeah.
So, like, the trading thing, like, I'm all in for the trading.
That's a good trade.
And that was a phenomenal trade. And
I was at Willett for $25. They poured 14 to 15 in a 16-year purple top. Like, I was like, what the fuck is? Yeah. I'm like, can we do this again? They went, no. And
I was about to say, can I give you $50 and you double up?
Yeah, hit me again.
$25. Yeah, I wanted them to. Did you get the egg salad sandwich?
No, when I was there though, the guy was talking about, hey, we only do this bottle at certain times, throughout the year, and so whoever the owner is, like, he'll just show up randomly and put them out. And I just looked at our tour guide. I'm like, hey, I said, why don't you call up the owner and tell him that Martell's here? And he's like, who? I'm like, Martell. Just he'll get it. Just tell him Martell's here. Like, I need to get a case of this shit before I leave. And he's like, I'm like, no one knows who Martell is. Just just do it. It'll be hilarious. Yeah. Just do it. He's like, I'm not calling him. I'm like, oh, dude, come on.
Play along.
Play along with it. It'll be great.
Love of God.
And
did you do the low hurdles 300?
Did you know I broke every hurdle on the 300?
Do you know we're the 48th ranked bourbon podcast in the world?
No one knows that either.
Nope. Just
you know what I'm drinking right now? You guys ever have Mammoth?
No.
Mm-mm.
So they're out of Traverse City in Michigan.
Oh, and, Randy's not buying it.
Yeah, we know. No, but I'll drink it if you do.
Oh,
but it's fucking. So this is 19. This is a 19 year, and they put it in a new maple barrel. A finished maple barrel. So like a really dried out maple barrel. And man, every time, if they have anything like that's kind of the cool things. We have a liquor license, so I saw that there was like a bottle on there through the distributor. I'm like, I'll order it blind. I'll just order it blind. Anything that they make. That we did a pick with them. It was a 15-year rye matured in a Weller barrel. They put it in a Weller barrel, like a wet Weller barrel, for like 6 years or something. And it was phenomenal. If I had 1,000 of those bottles, I could sell them tomorrow. It was just one of those another level bottle.
Last time I was in Buffalo, I tried to find Finger Lakes, and I couldn't.
Well, all you got to do is ask.
Your finger.
I've heard of Mammoth.
Fingers and you'll make lakes.
I've heard of Mammoth. I haven't had anything they had, but that sounds like something I want to get my hands on.
Yeah, I mean, they're sourcing some Alberta Canadian rye, right? So they're sourcing, but then they do all this crazy stuff with it, and they re-age it, and they rebarrel it, but yeah, is Canadian rye even like rye? There's something weird about it, right? But it tastes totally different.
It's half French. It gives up before it finishes.
Not in Alberta. You're talking about
Alberta.
Montreal.
That's Montreal and Ontario.
Whatever.
Yeah, you're talking about Ontario.
Let's just go ahead and call it 51st State rye.
That means universal health care, which I'm kind of okay with. But yeah,
I was going to say, already.
Yeah.
Sold.
Look, I grew up in Buffalo, which is a suburb of Canada, so
for the most part.
That explains a lot. I played hockey, eh?
All right. So on this one, what do you get?
This one right here, I'm guessing this is at least a 6-year and a higher proof.
this is
than the
6-year. There's some rye involved in this. There's some spice.
This one,
It's got a little bit of spice to it.
yeah, this one's got a little more to it. Great color, great aroma.
The color is
Not my favorite
so
aroma
pretty.
out of the 4, but it's a good aroma. And I will definitely. I'm going to pin this at 6 years, give or take 5 years. No, I'm going to say this is about a 6 to 7 year, and I'm going to guess this is about 118 to 122 proof. Is that fair enough? That's kind of a tight gap, right?
That's for the most part, yeah.
6 years.
And I will also guess this is more of a rye than a corn or a wheat or anything else.
No, I feel like this is a
But I'm
blend,
not-
but there's
It's a
there's
blend.
rye involved.
No, it's a blend.
I don't know how
But I'm
heavy
trying
the
to
rye is.
with what we've had so far. I'm trying to kind of make because we could be like, well, it's got some rye in it. Oh, it's 2% rye. I'm trying to make mine more.
I'm going
pointed.
I'm going with 6-year high rye. About 123.
6-year corn and rye.
Okay.
This is 6 years corn, rye, wheat, water, some fresh air.
There's some yeast involved.
It's a 4 grain.
No, I think this is a higher proof.
Little water really blows this one up too. Throw a little touch in there.
Too late.
You're terrible at this game.
Mike's a lush.
You have
I
to
like
drive
what I
all the way
like.
10 minutes home.
No, it's half hour now.
It's
Is it from here?
Yeah.
It's a 20-minute drive.
It
Yeah.
was only
20,
like 10 more
25
minutes
minutes.
from me. From your old place.
It's
I know,
mostly
I'm an
back roads
asshole, I
until they
moved.
hit Coon Path, which is the worst.
Yeah, I had to cross
road.
33. I wasn't happy about that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Coon Path's up.
I moved a year and a half ago, and this is the first time we're recording at my new house. We always record at Mike's, but he's moving, so
Dick.
what
What are you going to do? You're going to set it up with the telecast?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, I think, and then
That's what we're telling Mike
once,
anyway.
Once the house money comes in, I can buy all the equipment.
yeah. Well, it's
Once Mike gets full Joseph Smith, he's out. He just doesn't know it yet.
he's gonna. We were
I just need to
magic
find the
underwear.
golden tablets.
Right. Water does change this quite a bit. Like it's a totally different profile for me.
Yeah.
I'm definitely leaning more towards rye with the water. I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I'm leaning towards.
Well, I'm really awful at this, but I'm still sticking with the 6-year high rye
I
at
was
like
I don't think you've
122.
gotten anything right yet.
More than likely, I haven't. Although I did
supposed to say,
drink a
like,
lot last night.
116, 118.
Yeah,
I've been
right in
awake
that.
since 4 a.m. So
Well, I went to bed
I
at
gotta
2 a.m.
work. Yeah. I have a job.
I turned off my TV at 6 a.m.
I was playing Flip Cup last night.
Jeez.
Holy shit!
With
So
a
you're
bunch
not
of,
so Martel's not of legal drinking age.
I was playing with a bunch of college students at
So
the
you-
neighbor's house.
So you lost.
You're that guy on
Oh, yeah,
Coyote
I
Ugly
lost.
that's like, I never miss one of these house parties. When did you graduate? 1994.
Yeah, no, I lost. I was the loser.
We were talking about Steve-O was just at Funny Bone, and somebody was like, "Who's Steve-O?" And I was
What?
like, "God damn
Oh
it!"
no!
All right,
Yeah.
now we got to start
Son
with
of a
Jackass
bitch.
1.
It's a documentary.
Way
All
to
right.
make me feel old, you fuckers.
So, what is this one, Bobby? What is
So this one's out of Colorado Springs. This is 13th century, and this is a 6-year. This is 140.5 proof.
Holy shit! Doesn't
Yeah,
hit
this
that.
is hazmat. This is hazmat.
Yeah.
And what they're doing is it's kind of crazy. So this guy's he's sourcing whiskey, but then he's putting it in 30-gallon barrels. He's aging it in char 2, char 3, char 4. He's trying actually every char level for a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Damn.
And then
That's
he's putting it
crazy.
and then he's putting it into a toasted barrel.
And it's
for
Colorado,
another year.
so a couple buffalo testicles and
I don't know where the fuck this guy's getting his money or how he's doing this,
I was
but
about to say he's
I mean,
blowing smoke into it.
it's Bill Gates.
Yeah.
yeah, the wood.
He's buying all that land.
So he's hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toasted.
And toasted.
Yeah, and toasted all 30-gallon barrels, so you're getting that kind of a natural maturation, speeds up the maturation. And this is 88% corn, 7% rye, 5% malted.
Sounds a little off on the rye, but
I
other
was
than
way
that,
off on the rye.
but
so there's only
Pretty-
two things I've been far off on this whole time. I just want to make note of that. My
Okay.
tasting palate, pretty refined.
My palate's a mess because
For a fat guy from South Central Ohio, I'm
playing-
pretty spot on.
I was playing tits last night.
I played my tits
that
every
was
But yeah, that's probably my favorite out of all of them. I'm a
would agree.
huge hazmat fan.
night. We all are. We're,
like,
we're
and
more
for
high
140,
octane.
that didn't taste like.
But
I would not have guessed 140. If
No.
you told me it's high, I would have guessed 128-ish.
I did
Yeah.
122, and
I thought
Like,
when
I was guessing
thinking like
120.
116, 118.
I said 118 to 122. I was guessing like 120-ish.
and we were off by.
I was off on
lot.
that. And I was off on the rye. I
Bottles,
didn't.
like I don't know where he's
hit
getting
the
the
rye
glass to do
spice.
it. But he'll put like the middle of it, this big wide bottle in the middle of it. It's like a barrel. And you can actually cover a Glen with it. Or this one actually was a still. And now they got one with like a duck and they got different birds. I don't know how he's making this glass. But yeah, this is a bottle. I think normally retails for like 170, 180. I think I remember he was getting it for 125.
shit,
So
Well,
That's-
heck,
I would totally buy that.
Yeah, for 125.
for
sure.
125, that is one to keep on hand. I would say of the four, this is by far my favorite.
Yeah, that is
For the price
Yeah.
point,
Even better.
the flavor, I was spot on the aging. I know it was aged well, but not overaged. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Where some stuff's just aged to be aged and then it just tastes.
It just tastes like wood.
But here's the other thing:
This is-
like the way this was aged was unique.
Yeah,
Like,
I like this.
I would have never guessed. I got
I
the age
wouldn't have
right,
guessed
but
the
I would have
chart.
guessed that's how it was aged.
No, not at all.
Like I have.
And the proof, I was way off. I was 20 points off on
Yeah,
it. Just
like all of
huge
us were.
in proof.
All of us.
Well,
were.
I've got a bottle of the A. Smith Bowman cast strength, like one of their. It's like 144 proof, and that doesn't drink like
No.
that doesn't drink anything
Absolutely
like this.
not.
No, this, I said, I said during the Booker show we just did, this one will get you in trouble. This one,
This will get you in
because I
trouble.
could
Yeah,
sip on
this
this all
one.
night and then go to
Oh.
stand up, take a leak, and fall over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
You're not even gonna
that's
stand
a
up.
You're not gonna
do-
feel it.
That's a do-over sit-up where you stand up and you're like, "Oh, let me
Yeah.
try that again." Now that I know what to expect.
You don't even get into the dad noises
Yeah.
before that hits you.
No, that
that's
is-
instantly like as soon as you move, your head goes, "Calm down, buddy."
Yeah.
Like let's
2 years ago, we had Cat's Eye. It was a 26-year, 151 proof. It was actually 159.
26.
And we had them. It was a 26-year, and we had them proof it down actually to 151 because there's like 13 states where you can't ship above 153.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it was flammable as fuck too. And but you know what? It drank like it was 115. It was crazy.
Yeah, this is.
And
I'm
I'm in.
about to move to a state where anything above
2.8.
5%, anything above 5% beer is considered heavy beer.
Yeah, keep bragging about
And you
Utah
ha-
over Ohio, there, buddy.
Anything over water.
If it doesn't say light behind the beer name,
That's
you're in
why
trouble.
I'm bringing all my booze with me.
It's gonna run out.
I,
3 weeks
I,
in, Mike's gonna be like, guys, I'm out of all my whiskey.
I've got time. I've got time.
No, but
you're making that prison toilet beer, trying to get that proof
Yes.
up.
But here's the nice thing is
Why'd you
I
buy an
know
extra
how to
out-
brew, so I
I was
can.
gonna say, why do you have an extra out tub or bathtub, and why is it outside?
Yeah.
That water distiller.
Yeah.
There you go. We did. We just talked about
Making your own stuff and on the
making
kitchen.
I
distilled
can
water.
ferment some shit.
It's for my CPAP.
Yeah.
It smells a little fruity that way.
It's distilled water at 45%.
I tried to get Beth on board with that. I was like, if I buy this distiller, we got a gas stove. I was like, I can still water for my CPAP. And she looked at me and she's like, anything illegal you'd want to distill on that? And I said, no.
Question mark?
Yeah. Like,
Dot.
Describe illegal.
yeah, it's not illegal. It's just
It's only
tax-free.
illegal if you do it
it's
over a
frowned
certain
upon.
amount.
It's like, when they do tax-free before school starts?
Yeah.
Same kind of thing.
That.
Yeah.
You ever leave the CPAP on during sex?
I can't say that I have, Maverick.
Well, I mean, my
I'm in there like,
It's very
Goose!
it's very Darth Vader.
I got
you
a
got to get
boogie
the
on my
extended
six.
cord.
This is not the orgasm you're looking for.
No, I actually used to be really fit when I was first married, and Well,
By fit, he could fit in a box trailer.
I have a picture of me on top of a legitimate mountain I hiked by myself. in
I
one
know
day.
you did.
Yeah.
Fat
I'm not
guys.
talking to you.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
that
I did.
Asian
In
kid
fact, guys
named
in the woods,
Mountain,
you
he
wouldn't remember
regrets
that.
it ever since.
Yeah. No, COVID messed me up real bad.
Yeah.
I put on way more weight when I got that. But
Just start walking.
whiskey helps. I will. I'll crawl up the stairs.
Doesn't
That burns
count.
calories. Does when you're my size. You go to the gym, do leg presses. I just stand up.
There is that.
This one by far is my favorite of the
Yeah,
four.
this is-
I'm going. D is the best of these four.
Randy loves the D.
It's.
I'm gonna go D B A C.
That's backwards what you did before. But
I know,
I'm with you.
but I'm allowed
I'm
to do that.
No, I'm 100% with you because that's what I was going to say.
DBCA.
Yeah, DB. I'm DBAC.
D back.
Yeah,
I'm D back.
I like the rice.
Now,
that
so-
rice.
The rice was excellent.
That
Rice
was
surprised me. I would have never in a million years, with a gun to my head, guessed that was rice from
100%
Louisiana.
rice. Nope.
That Crawl Daddies made.
That was
in
the
their
popular
backyard.
one.
Like it,
I mean,
was
I always know
shocking.
because of who bought the most bottles, right? And yeah, that JT Melick. I mean, we didn't have it for we just got it back again. And man, the amount of emails that people are like, when are you going to get the JT Melick back? And I'm like, I'm working on it.
And I try to hate everything from Louisiana and Florida and that whole, basically not Ohio. But that was really good. Well, I mean, Joe Burrow went to LSU after leaving Ohio State, embarrassed Ohio State. Now he does phenomenal in the NFL in Ohio. So I love him. But
he's down the road too.
Nobody can
He's
be
from
injured
Athens.
like Joe Burrow.
nobody can what?
He's got
Be
a
injured.
stadium named after him now, Joe Burrow Stadium.
There you go.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would have never guessed that was one from Louisiana because I thought they only made moonshine there, period. And two,
I thought they just make
Hurricanes.
crawfish water.
Both the drink and the natural disaster.
Yes. So, I mean, George Bush hates black people. Nobody remembers that. If you don't know Steve-O, you don't know that George Bush hates black people.
True story.
Mike Myers' face when Kanye said that. is the best, yeah. When he's like standing there, he just goes,
You're literally looking at a British
He just-
dude. Like, I'm getting deported. I'm not allowed to make movies in America again.
was that the Katrina fundraiser?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
The funniest part was it was so serious and so somber. Mike Myers like, call now to this number. And then it's just like he's quiet. George Bush hates black people, just deadpan. And like Kanye's expression is nothing.
Oh yeah.
And Mike Myers is like, he's like looking around for the FBI, the CIA. He's like, I'm about to get shot.
He's like off script.
I don't know this guy.
Sniper's about to hit right now. Duck and cover. Duck and cover.
But it's
Oh,
okay
shit.
because 20 years later, swastika T-shirts from the black guy.
Dude,
fine.
right?
It's fine.
This is why we're number 48 in the world.
Right. So, give us some information about the subscription process that you have, like how someone can order the bottles that you guys have,
Well,
like that whole thing.
how much is a subscription? How much would this cost if I went and bought it? That's what I want to know.
Right.
Lean into that.
Yeah.
And then how
So
much
if you're
is
gonna-
the bottle you said goes by cost, so we know that.
Yeah. So look, a lot of people come for the blind, but they really stay because we're giving them stuff that they actually couldn't get any other way. And we're not gouging them on bottle prices. So if you're just going to get a one-off kit, no subscription with shipping and everything, it's $84.
Okay.
But if you're doing an annual, which prepays for 4, it's $200 plus $50 shipping. So what that is you're paying $12.50 per shipment, right?
So you're getting
Really
4
cost-
free at that cost?
Well, that's 4 shipments because everybody gets these same kits at the same time. Like this was the
Right.
March lineup, March
But
2025.
like say I pay a year in advance for 2 whatever. I'm essentially getting 4 of these for free.
Well, I mean, you paid for it. What do you mean you're getting 4 of them for free?
Maybe I misunderstood.
Well, I mean, I don't know what you paid for. Then no, you're
I paid
paying the
nothing for
$250.
this.
So for the
Mike
whole
handled
year, $62.50 to your door. You're getting 4 of these to your door.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're getting
Okay.
16 samples.
samples.
But
Gotcha.
then you're also it's really a membership. So you're getting member prices too. So you're paying
So-
$60 for that JT Melick. You're paying $125 for that hazmat instead of $160.
So this kit, this one-off kit cost me how much?
If you're doing the year, $6,250.
That's not bad.
No, I
Try stuff
agree.
you're not going to get
Well, and
otherwise.
And then have the opportunity to buy that
to
bottle.
buy it at
And
cost.
not only to buy it, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is so many people could do this. Be like, oh, you want this $100 bottle? $300. Like, I'm out at that point.
Yeah.
A lot of clubs do that. You know, if you,
Yeah, they
I
do.
won't name them, but they do that massive markup, and I think they're just assuming. I mean, people that are paying 15% over normal MSRP for a bottle that's everywhere, they're just not smart consumers. And if that's who your base is, then great. But we have a community, and so we do live tastings with everybody. We give away a bunch of bottles to them. Somebody emails our support line, they're going to get me. You know, we're still a small, company ourselves. We've got about 4,000 members in 45 states, so we're growing a little bit every quarter. We started only 3 years ago. We had a couple hundred members, and the blind is fun. We are going to add a tequila one at some point. We just raised some money so we can expand into a restaurant model. We're trying to get into luxury boxes, hotel rooms, things like that. You go to Vegas, they're charging $60 for Johnny Walker Black. 50 ml.
That's so bad, too.
That's some desperate drinking shit right there. Like, I don't want to. I'm just going to open up this mini bottle. You just make them.
There was a time in my life where I'd go, yeah, I'm an alcoholic enough to pay that just to get the, because I know it's not going to be good.
So do you ship to Utah?
No.
Yeah. So do you ship to
Utah's
Wyoming?
one of those. Yeah, Utah's a tough state.
Do you ship to
unfortunately.
Wyoming?
Yep.
Oh,
To
P.O.
P.O.
box.
boxes?
Not to PO boxes.
Okay. All right.
You just got to befriend one of the 4 people in Miami.
Right,
in
no,
Wyoming.
so, like-
Miami.
I mean, the reality is you could find somebody in a neighboring state. I mean, there's all.
What about
that's,
Oregon?
And that's the thing.
You ship to
Yeah,
Oregon?
you ship to
Technically,
Oregon?
I think
Absolutely. Oregon.
Yeah.
You can ship anything
Oregon's
to
easy.
Oregon.
There you go. So Derek you can ship to
it
Derek, and Derek will bring it to you.
Foam core it to
Or
me.
you could have a buddy in DC and ship it to DC. Can ship to anywhere.
Yeah.
That's like the wild west.
Which
Which is a
someone
little
in India
ironic.
I have plenty of friends in DC, so
Little ironic.
yeah.
One of the most regulated places in our country.
Yes, for sure.
You can ship anything to Oregon.
Yeah, just have Derek
No problem,
send it to you.
yeah.
It'll be
for
fine.
sure.
Yeah, Oregon's cool because there's like a list and it tells you everything that pops up. That's where it is, and they have to sell it for MSRP. And we were traveling through Oregon, and all of a sudden we saw this one location had every fucking unicorn. There was like 40 bottles that you can never see.
You're like, what the fuck?
Like Pappy 25, just crazy shit. And we're like, do we drive down there and try to see if we could? And it was just, of course, it was a glitch in the system. We just walked in.
Naturally.
I'm like, do you have any of do you have any Pappy? And she just goes, "Huh." And they just had all fucking Fireball, and it's all bullet, all traditional liquor store bullshit. And I'm like,
Well, the reason you ship anything
we
to
got Jack
Oregon,
Daniels and Jim Beam.
you can ship anything to
Lawrence,
Oregon because
Oregon.
Oregon has nothing to offer itself.
Oregon
They have to import.
Oregon gets a lot of Eagle Rare.
Yeah, and also, like, I'm a beer fan.
no tax. You don't pay any tax when you're there. That's kind of dope. But yeah, I would just in Bend, Oregon, and the most Oregon thing ever. I was in it was like a bougier Whole Foods, and the cashier, she never got out of the goth phase. She had like Black Widow earrings. She's all black. She's got the eyeliner that's going like way too far. And she just rolls her eyes. She goes, when am I going to get the price check on those steel cut oats, Ambrosia? And Ambrosia turns the corner. And he's the most, he's just his heavy set Hispanic gay guy. He's like, I'm coming. And I just don't know if Ambrosia was named Ambrosia and he just leaned into the name or if he changed to Ambrosia, but
That's amazing.
Ambrosia was fucking awesome.
That's so
Way
great.
to go, Bend, Oregon.
I love it.
Those steel cutouts.
Well, Derek's not far from there. He's from Bendover, Oregon. So
Yeah, he's
He'll
Bend
get
over.
that.
Nice to meet you. My name's Fletch.
it's one of our listeners. He's pretty active with everything that we do, and he sends us.
He's in a
send
private
us
chat with
blinds.
us. I mean,
yeah, it's
I ignore it, but he's in there.
he sends us blinds and everything else, and it costs him every time he does it. It's like $50 or $60 for him to ship
He's a
to
good
us.
guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I'll send you whatever.
He lives in a barn.
Why does it cost him $50 to ship it?
Because he's probably using like first class
Because
UPS.
he's not gaming the system the way he should.
Right.
Yeah, he should use like Ship Station or something.
I'm sending
Like,
this snow globe to my grandma in Ohio.
Oh yeah, it's
$3.
Well, he said that every time he goes in to ship stuff, he tells them that they're just water samples because they always ask because they pick up the box and they're like, "What's in this? It sounds like liquid."
Non-perishable food
And
items.
I told him, I'm
Put
like,
a
just,
box of mac and cheese in there so when they pick it up, it shakes.
I'm like, tell them it's none of their fucking business. One, I said, two, he's just like, I just tell them they're water samples. He's like, it's olive oil.
It's olive oil and non-perishable
Snow globes,
food
man.
items.
You gotta get
Dude,
snow
I have
globes.
shipped beer to so many different states.
It's-
Non-perishable food items because that is 100% truthful.
When are they going to realize prohibition didn't work?
Never.
My
yeah,
distilled
you go to other
water
countries,
tastes
they don't have any
great.
of that.
You have to have a surgical procedure to remove the stick out of your ass.
Don't get me started on a freaking political rant. I hate everybody. I hate them both.
Yep.
Both sides. Hate
So-
them all.
So where
That's
can
how I
we?
get along with everybody. I hate the same people they hate.
Yeah.
There you go.
So as far as like signing up for a subscription, we
Yes.
just go to blindbarrel.com or is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, go to blindbarrels.com. If you use the code whiskey10, you get 10% off. That always works.
If you use the code Buckhorn Podcast right now, you get 75% off.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Long code.
Of the high five I'll give you if you're ever on our show.
You get a crisp high 10.
Yeah.
Martell and I will give you autographs.
Yeah.
Mike won't.
Well,
'cause he'll be in
sometimes
Utah.
people, if anyone's ever like doing the math and they're like, oh, so I'm paying like $13 for a double. And it's like, you just paid 20 for a double of Weller SR at the bar. So,
Now,
you know what I mean?
here's
Like,
that's the
all
thing.
relative.
It's like you're getting stuff that you can't normally get.
Well, and that's what I was getting at
And
earlier.
you have
is
access to things
the
that
cost
you
of
can't
it.
normally get.
There is a cost to it. It is a business, but I would have never had rice whiskey from Louisiana without this.
Right.
We'd never heard of it. We didn't even know it was a thing.
No.
So for me to pay that and for once a quarter this to show up and then me to go, I like that bottle. How much is it? $300? $500? No, we're
60.
selling it at cost. That bottle of XYZ is $60 or 75 or whatever it is. That's a good gig.
That's the way to do it.
This right here is one of my favorite.
Ting.
Apparently, I'm wasted. Is one of my favorite
Models.
collaborations
Yeah.
or models we've done. Guests we've had on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not. I'll tell you, just like I told Joe, I told Joe and Lauren at Two Bitch, we don't blow smoke up people's asses. I'm very honest with what I like and don't. I would have never tasted these four outside of this sample today. And
Maybe tomorrow.
maybe depends on when we record after 3 or 4 months of
Yeah.
trying to organize.
Yeah.
But this
when
is a
you guys
fantastic
were
deal.
able to taste it together, 3 people can share a kit, and you guys all get a taste. And we have a bunch of people where 3 people, 2 people split a kit. And now that we added the game, now they have the stakes. So like loser has to buy everyone a bottle, right? Their favorite bottle.
Well, you
you
had
know,
me at Games
so-
and Steaks.
Yeah.
I like both of
Yeah,
those
he,
things.
he likes games.
Except you're
He
moving,
loves to
Mike,
stay.
so this is going to be hard to split between 3
Well,
people.
no, we can still split
You and
it.
Mel are going to have to split it.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Mike still
like-
sees
Here's
that as
the
more
thing,
for me.
there are workarounds.
There are.
Yeah,
Like
this
we
is-
have people in different states that this can be shipped to.
and honestly, like even the
Here's the
presentation.
thing,
the bottles are empty, and I still want to display this in my man
the
cave.
packaging does not indicate hooch.
No.
You can take the foam out. You can put your weed in there. We actually had a contest.
Like you package
Yeah.
that doesn't feel like you're shipping hooch.
I like the monkey with the top hat.
This whole I'm trying to display it for the 4 listeners or watchers we have on YouTube.
You might have to get a little closer.
I'm not
That
getting
means
up
he's
again.
going to have to get up.
Right.
I
which
can get
is
up. I
not
just
a
don't want to
thing.
walk. But
Same
the
season.
packaging is phenomenal on this. How to reveal the samples? You go through.
So-
you got the QR code, which I love. I can't express how much I love the True Blind from some you order.
Yeah.
So-
We've done blinds before, but usually your wife has to get it ready.
Buying
or
this
no.
3 ways. Super affordable.
But that's the single blind, so for instance, Flaviar, they tell people you can do a blind, but nobody does, because if I know what the 3 things are and I just don't know what order those 3 things are, I'm not even going to do it blind.
boring.
Like whatever.
Well,
I'm just going to look.
You have a preconceived notion or a guess.
Yeah.
And then you're constantly thinking, is this that one or is this that?
And we can't get them in Ohio anymore either.
This tasting table's
Right.
pretty
So
cool too.
if we do 3 ways and you just like, we have sample bottles.
I have hundreds.
you definitely got to save
Right.
this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I want to refer back to this tasting table. This is brilliant because it gives you a breakdown. You got like cereal, then it breaks down to husk or grain, then it breaks down to malt, oat, rye, corn, barley, wheat, baked goods. These are terms we use on a weekly basis.
Oh yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
they're just industry. God damn it,
Industry.
industry standard. I can't even talk today.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, have you seen the new wheel? They've added like a bunch more things, and it's
So
like,
much.
yeah. it's
Well,
like,
we kind of a
Bill.
couple
I'm
years
like,
ago
"Right,
we fought back against system. We bucked the trend when everybody was saying you can't say smooth. Smooth's a bad word. So we started saying everything is
yeah.
smooth. I don't care when I'm describing to a buddy, somebody that never
Who said
drinks
you
whiskey
can't say
doesn't want to
smooth?
try a new whiskey and be like, is it smooth? Oh, it's not smooth. It's bittersweet with a touch of rosemary and a hint of lime and a sniffle of honey. Just tell me, is it
it's-
easy to
it's
drink or
smooth.
not?
It's
Like
smooth.
your
It's
average
terrible.
dude or woman doesn't think of this. We do, but your average person doesn't just think that way.
You know, this is a quarterly show.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 ways.
I love it. I'd pitch in on that 3 ways for a quarterly sample.
You would pitch in 3 ways.
I'll pinch a tent all 3 ways. cock and balls are all the same size when erect, so
Are they?
Disagree.
yeah, my innie becomes an outie, and then you got the 2 big old man balls.
Okay.
And
Anyway,
Don't wanna
look,
play
that was
Way
a,
off.
that was a bad day.
way off track here.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, Instagram, Facebook, is it also Blind Barrel?
Yep, everything's Blind Barrels. So Instagram,
Barrels.
YouTube, yeah, multiple barrels,
Awesome.
more than one.
This
many
was
barrels.
this was absolutely fantastic.
It was worth the
Like,
wait.
this was like
I'm pleasantly
I
surprised.
appreciate so much your patience because
No, my pleasure. 3 months in the making, right?
Yeah,
we kept trying to figure
no
out.
shit.
It's
Like,
just-
what about this weekend? It's like, oh, and I'm going
I'm
that
doing
weekend.
this thing. What about this?
I
Oh,
know.
no, I'm doing this thing.
Well, it's just more aged. It's
Yeah.
a more aged show.
is it?
It was a 5-year, now it's a 6-year.
First one in your first or second one in your basement. First
Yeah.
time we've
Now
recorded in
it's
your basement.
smooth.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's smooth.
you know?
Yeah, right. It was harsh.
I love it. I love the box.
I love everything about it.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal.
It was smart.
We did a contest to see who could reuse the box, and somebody like put their gun in there, like they form fitted the foam. Somebody made a Zen garden. Somebody actually did a woodworking thing. He made 3 of them for all of us. It fits in there. It holds the card. It's got a spot for all your tasting glasses.
Shit.
Fucking phenomenal. Yeah, like
But that's
You know.
fun. That, being a company that can reach out to the customer at that point before you become so big that it just becomes impossible to do that. That's fun. It's fun for you and it's fun for us.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to cap out membership maybe somewhere in that 10 to 15,000 range, because some of these craft brands, they only have so much whiskey. Some of the ones that we have in the lineup, they only have 80 barrels in existence. So
Yeah, it becomes
you know, start taking all
unsustainable.
the product. Exactly. So there will be a cap at some point. So I always want to still be accessible to our members, ideally. And yeah, we'll expand it to tequila. We're working on like a rum and a scotch and a gin box. They're going to be one-offs rather than subscriptions. So we're trying to expand it to other things too.
I'm in on the tequila. Like I started last summer just kind of like sipping on tequilas.
Like
and
I hated tequila for so long, and it was because I had bad
Got sick of
reactions
those.
to shitty sour mix.
see, that's the problem. You
Bad
use
sour mix
Just
was
tequila straight
like
doesn't have
just
sour mix in
like
it.
100%, or it was just like bad well tequila.
Yeah, we'll get mezcals in there. I think we're going to
I
do
love mezcal.
like other desert plants, like Soto.
Mezcal
Like have you ever had
old-fashions.
that desert? Like, there's all sorts of stuff that you can do with tequila, not
Yep.
just do añejos and reposados.
So
You know.
I started as a Scotch fan and went into bourbon, which seems to be the opposite of how it goes.
No,
I've
I'll
always
never
been a
drink
gin
Scotch.
fan.
Ever again. I hate scotch.
Yeah, someone asks us, "Are you going to do a vodka one?" I'm like, "Why the fuck would
Why?
we do
Yeah,
that?"
why?
But for
There's
why?
so
Like,
many
yep,
vodkas
that's a
on the
Nitro
market.
Green vodka.
You have
Although-
to get so specific on vodkas.
There is a 4-grain vodka from American Liquor Company that is just
really
it is
tasty.
literally just a 4-grain vodka that is outstanding.
Neat.
Like it
There's
is.
You
a
can just drink
sweet
that in
potato
the
vodka.
vodka.
No,
You guys
it-
ever had Corbin Cash?
no.
Corbin Cash, they're out of Atwater. They're in the middle of California. Phenomenal whiskey. But they're sweet potato farmers, and they make a sweet potato vodka that's fucking amazing.
Is it orange?
No.
Damn.
But you would think, yeah, it's got like a yam color to it, right?
Yeah.
Well, if there's
No,
one
they-
thing
What
Martell
was the
likes-
name of it again?
Corbin Cash.
Corbin
Corbin
Cash.
Cash. Okay.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about, they call it they refer to themselves as the whiskey drinkers vodka. So it's a 4-grain. It's a wheat, rye,
Corn barley.
corn, and barley,
Huh.
and it is
It's we
reviewed
we
it.
stumbled upon
well.
Martell stumbled across.
What makes it a vodka,
bottle.
though? I mean, it's not just White Dog. It's not like a 4-grain White Dog.
No,
No.
it's brewed as a vodka or distilled as a vodka, and I just happened to be in a liquor store, and one of the representatives from American Liquor was in there, and she's like, "Hey, we have this 4-grain vodka. It's the wheat comes from." The thing that sold me was the wheat came from Middle West, and I said, "Okay, I'll give it. I'm not a vodka guy. I'll give it a try." I was like, "Holy shit, this is really good." She was like, "Yeah." She goes, "We have kind of dubbed ourselves as the bourbon or the whiskey drinkers vodka." And she was like, "I'll give you a bottle." And she went out to her car and grabbed the bottle out of a case she had and handed it to me. And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, we did it on the
was-
show and it was really
Like
good.
I started off as a vodka drinker, and it was
I'm not a vodka
Really
guy
good.
at all, and I really liked it. It was.
What's the name of the brand?
American Liquor Company.
Okay. They're like, what are we going to call the company? Well, we're American.
Well,
we're making liquor.
well,
We're a
liquor.
company.
and we're a company.
We're in North America.
Yeah.
And we make liquor.
We gotta form this. We gotta form this American liquor company tomorrow. Anybody got any name ideas?
And it's one of those things that what works.
Yeah. It
Kind
was.
of how our podcast name came about.
It's definitely.
Let's just name it this thing and see what happens.
And no one knows what it means.
No,
It's awesome.
Well, the Buckeye part, right? What's the horn? Is that
So-
you guys hunt?
Dude, the Buckeye part you would think is part of it.
it's not.
It's not at all.
So it's.
I'm a huge Buckeye fan. Martell doesn't give two
I
squats
could
less.
care. I had no.
He could,
Ohio State
he could
football.
take a flying fuck at a rolling donut
Yeah.
about the Buckeyes.
I have no ties to Ohio State in any way, shape, or form. Like none of my kids
He
are
drove
planning
by
on
it a
going
couple
there.
times.
I hung out down there a couple times. I got in a fight with that Belisari quarterback a couple years ago.
A couple years ago, he's like 39.
Yeah, no,
He wasn't good when he was there. And
no,
that's
he was
worse.
he got picked up for hot rodding up and down High Street, but that's beside the point.
He's in handcuffs. Martell just walks up and
But,
decks him.
and this
No,
is
he
way
was a
before
bouncer at
I
a club.
joined.
He was a bouncer. This is in like 99, 2000. He used to be a bouncer at a club, and him and I got into like an altercation out in front of the club. And but
He's like, try to low hurdle this
I'm like,
motherfucker.
yeah, I'm gonna jump over your head.
I will snap you with my left leg.
But no, I have no ties to my kids don't plan on going to Ohio State, and that's like my big thing with college football. Like I don't just root for one person. Like I'll watch a game and then I'll just pick a team and root for that team. Some teams I don't like Michigan. It's not because they're Michigan, it's because their roads suck. Like they have the worst fucking roads in the
Same-
planet.
Martell's that wife that picks the bracket in the March Madness based on the mascot.
Based on the mascots and the colors. Like, oh, that looks pretty. Let's go with them.
Like fucking worst.
It's like, oh, the Bears will beat an Illini. What's an Illini? I'm picking whoever the Bears are.
But I get shit because, for NFL, I root for the Steelers. And they're like, oh, fuck, you root for what about, the Browns? Well, fuck the Browns. Cleveland's a shithole of a fucking city.
Shit stain.
And I'm not a
Why
bit
they call
it
them
is.
Browns.
yeah, Cincinnati's fine. The city's nice.
Put a little respect
But-
on Jim Brown's name at least. I don't disagree with you, but
No,
Jim
it's a-
that's
let's give
how
credit where
far
it's due.
back are we going?
That's why
Cleveland
they're named the
sucks.
Browns.
Cleveland fucking sucks.
I
It doesn't
agree.
matter. It's a
I still
shithole
put
city
respect
with a
on Jim Brown's
shithole
name.
fucking
For
team.
sure.
But I grew up outside of Pennsylvania. Like I grew up
Just
40
in Ohio.
minutes in Ohio outside of Pittsburgh, and my dad was a Pittsburgh fan, and so I've just been
There's a lot from
Steelers
that area.
fan.
Yeah, there's a
You know,
ton.
it's whatever.
I grew up in Buffalo, so I'm a Buffalo fan.
Right.
I grew up in Ohio, so I'm a Cowboys fan.
Makes sense.
Well, my
I
dad grew up in Texas.
LA,
but
Because
I'm not a fan of
Ohio
anything.
teams suck.
my dad was a Cowboys fan. He was in Texas when he was growing up. He watched Stallback. So,
But I also
mine's generational trauma.
So, he hates the Oilers, apparently.
yeah.
I
Where
don't
does
watch.
Buckhorn come from?
So Buckhorn came from it's an oxymoron. So bucks don't have horns; they have antlers. Like a deer, a male deer buck doesn't have it has antlers. It doesn't have horns.
And we kind of thought it sounded like a lounge type name, like a bar or a pub.
Yeah, like a buckhorn. Which
I would
was
go
come to
to
find out,
Buckhorn
there
pub.
is a Buckhorn Lounge and a Buckhorn Hotel and Lake Buckhorn and all
We've been
this
sitting so
Buckhorn
many
bourbon.
Buckhorns.
Buckhorn Road, which I drive past
Once,
every
Right.
time I go
once
to
we named it,
Carolina.
we started finding.
We're like,
people were sending us all kinds of pictures and stuff, and we had no clue.
and then our original theme song
Like a gay
ended up.
sexual position. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, put him in a buckhorn.
Yeah,
exactly.
our original theme song showed up in a
her
national
legs are
commercial.
like-
Yeah, our original
Letters.
theme song. I found no. One of us found.
One of us found it
free-
was on YouTube. It was YouTube's like music library, and I'm like, fuck it, this will be fine.
Yeah, we won't get copyright struck for this.
And-
And then like 3 years later, it was in a national televised commercial, and my buddy was like, "Hey, just heard your song. Thought the podcast was coming on NBC or something." I was like, "Yeah, that's not us. We had to change the music."
We had to change the music, so then we ended up going with his buddy's band. We got permission to use that song, and then we changed it, and I started dabbling in AI generated music. And so now, like,
You use Suno?
yeah, Suno, yeah.
Yeah.
Suno's dope. dude.
I used it like I started with our show, but now I use it because I've been hit with copyright. Like I'll post something. I do photography and video work on the side, and I'll post something to Instagram, and I'll just select something out of the Instagram, music library. But then I'll get hit with a copyright infringement on Facebook when it auto posts. So then I just started using Sono to. I'm like, fuck it. I'll
I think
just.
they fixed that. It doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, I got hit with it 2 weeks ago.
Facebook. Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I was just like, fuck this.
I mean, because it's the same company.
Right. That's what I
You
said.
would think.
I went in and did the whatever it is you have to do. Like I disagreed with the
dispute.
disputed it, and they're like, nope.
Zuckerberg was going to help you, but he was on Joe Rogan's podcast
Wow.
that day.
He was.
I don't know if you've heard of Joe Rogan's podcast, but it's it's
What you
like
gotta do
it's
with
just
the
above
combo.
ours.
So
Take ChatGPT. So I did this for my daughter's third grade teacher. I said, ask everybody in the class their favorite thing about Mrs. Barker. And so put their name, put what they did. I threw that into ChatGPT. I'm like, write a song. Then I take those lyrics, I put that into Suno, and then it pumps
Kinda
out
what
a
I
hit.
did.
yeah,
Put it to a
that's-
slideshow.
That's exactly what I did. And then I found a guy earlier this week who created a customized Chat GTP Sono music section. I honestly don't know what to call it. But you can go in and it'll give you the description of what you need to put into Sono. It'll write the lyrics for you. If you know,
Suno has that, but you're limited to 200 characters.
Right.
But
It'll write
if
the 200
you're paying
characters
it,
for you.
Can, but if you're paying for it, you can put your own lyrics in.
You can do it with the free version of Sono. Put your own character, your own lyrics in, but the description is limited to 200, and ChatGTP will write that 200 for you. So like that whole song description. So if you're looking for something, like the most recent
Yacht
one I did
rock.
was Viking metal with double bass and screaming lyrics. And it wrote out everything I needed, provided me with the lyrics for the song and the prompts on when something should be. Like it did it in spoken word, it did screams, it did singing, and then it provided like a 2-part harmony as well for like a chorus. I was like, holy shit. And then when it produced it, it was almost spot on.
Yeah.
It
it's
was
unbelievable, and it doesn't sound like AI at all. That's what's fucking crazy.
no, it was real crazy. And then I started figuring out how to do the prompts. Like, all right, I want a 20-second intro before the audio comes in, instead of it just immediately like kicking off lyrics. And it gave me like a 20-second intro. So it's been a learning experience with the AI system I'm just trying to beat copyright stuff for music for my videos.
Yep.
For all the tattoo stuff that I'm doing.
You do videos for tattoo places?
What's that?
You're doing videos for tattoo places?
Yeah, so I there's one of my clients he owns a tattoo studio here in Columbus, and he reached out to me just randomly. And he goes, I want to start doing some content creation for my studio. Are you interested? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Him and I met two or three times, and he's fantastic. He's been tattooing for 31 years in the area. So we're actually getting ready to start filming for a mini documentary that he wants to do. So
on his shop,
just on him in general. Like he's not like world renowned tattoo artist. He's regional, but he's been doing it for 30 years. He's like, I want to talk about where it was before I started, where things were when I started, how things have progressed, where things are now, and where I think things are going in the future.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's.
But, does he have some kind of story where he's like, I talked my way out of prison with a tattoo?
No, he's. I guess I don't know much about him. I'm going to be honest. Like he's a great guy. He's like super thoughtful. Like he really cares about his clients and the work he's doing. He specializes in portraits. And he really cares about the people that are working underneath him. So it took him, like I started with him a couple weeks ago, like 2 months ago. And in that process, he was like one of his artists had left, and he was looking for somebody else. And it took him every bit of that entire time, like for 2 months, to find somebody to fill this other guy's position, because he wanted to make sure that the person he was bringing in, like,
was the right person.
Yeah, like it had to be that right person that came in. And Leighton is amazing. Like I've seen some of the work that Leighton's done, and he's a newer artist, and he's phenomenal. Like I would easily let Leighton, tattoo something on me.
I'm kind of a fan of tattoos.
You should get a buckhorn. You should get a buck with horns.
Coincidentally, that's what he was actually doing. I went in and did some video work, and he was doing a wilderness scene on this dude's arm. Like the first tattoo this guy ever got, it was a full cap, half sleeve.
Shit.
It was a bear and an elk and there was something else and like trees in the background. Like it's this whole crazy fucking setup. And
in Illinois.
Yeah, and I was just like, I just want death. Like I just want like the Grim Reaper tattooed on my forearm. That's all I'm looking for in a Hawaiian shirt with a glass of bourbon, a camera around his neck, and a pair of sunglasses on in a Hawaiian shirt.
Fuck yeah. They did it with Santa. Why not with the Grim Reaper?
I like the Grim Reaper.
Sorry, we got our feed.
We
fell asleep.
We fell asleep.
There we go.
There it is.
Bobby's back.
I forgot to move the mouse. So, but yeah, it's been an experience because this is the first time I've been doing photography for 25 years. And this is the first time I've stepped into video.
I was about to say, this is something I'm excited to get back into moving to Utah. I just haven't had time here, but I don't have the commitments in Utah that I have here.
So voyeurism will be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, the houses are closer, so,
You can peek through the windows while they're soaking.
Absolutely. Or I can go
magic
to the
underwear.
top of a mountain.
Documentary, I'll just say the one tip that a lot of people screw up. So you want to get one that's just off the eye line, right? Mm-hmm. And then you want to get a B camera so you can cut, right? But make sure both of them are on the same side of the eye line.
Yeah,
sometimes people go straight on.
Thirds.
I've been doing a lot of research on trying to figure out how I'm going to do this now because I went from I used to be a Canon shooter, and I ran 2 Canon cameras for like all the sports photography shit that I did, down to 1 Sony camera now. And I'm just like, shit, I need another body. I can't afford to pick up another body right now. So I have access, like I can go rent one. That's fine. He had said, something about talking to another guy that he is a client and a friend of his about getting some of his equipment. And then the other option is I use my iPhone to record our video now. So everything that we do for YouTube is all done through my iPhone. So I can just kind of set that up. I was thinking about maybe setting that up in the corner and just having that there as I do other recordings with my Sony, and then meshing everything together once.
Yeah, syncing it sometimes can be, trouble, from when you're cutting it. But now they got software, so you used to have like somebody would transcribe everything, and now if you're using like Premiere, if you're using like Final Cut Pro, like it'll transcribe everything, and then you can build the script, and then it'll put a cut together with the script.
Yeah. I need to check into, I use DaVinci, Blackmagic DaVinci Resolve, and they just did an update that I haven't upgraded to yet to see if they do something like that within that application.
Probably do. AI, and especially with, DaVinci was always for color correction, right?
Yeah.
That was like the core of what it was used, and then they came out with their own editing software, and then they got bought up, and then now they're doing like AI post-production that was really shitty at first, and now it's getting pretty good.
So I'm excited. Like I'm looking forward to it. I gotta go buy some soft boxes and some other things, but yeah, everything that I've done for Iggy, he's been real happy with so far.
Nice.
Or at least he told me.
Good luck on that.
So thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, finding that story. It's like when I was making my doc, I had like 3,000 pages of transcripts, and people were like, "What's the hardest part?" I'm like, "Hardest part is writing. Like when you're making a full feature." And you got to basically, I always say it's like you have 3,000 pages, but every sentence is out of order, and you have to turn it into a 40-page like thing.
Yeah.
And turning that, because in a narrative, you build the script, and then that's your blueprint. Whereas in a documentary, you make the script after the fact. And it's, if you're trying to really weave something in there that is impactful in a story, like going through that, man, it was, for as much footage we had, over 200 hours of footage, to turn that into an hour and a half was like Herculean. It took 6 weeks to write it.
He wants to do. He's thinking like 30 to 45 minutes, just like a mini documentary. And I'm like, we're gonna need like 9 hours of footage to like go through stuff. And he's like, holy shit. And I said, we need to overshoot to.
Why does he want it to be that long?
What's that?
Why does he want it to be that long? I feel like it should be like a 5 to 10-minute thing.
He just, like I said, he wants to start from like the beginning of his career and go all the way through where he thinks things are going. So he's thinking like 30 to 45 minutes for the whole documentary. And I'm like, we're going to have to shoot a lot. And I want to try to add in.
Painting it up is going to be tough because you got to get that, that B-roll.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I'm shooting B-roll now. Like whenever I shoot stuff when he's tattooing now, I'm shooting B-roll.
You keep going back to that same baby photo. Like, well, we only got so many things to cut to.
Yeah.
There's another moving shot on the baby photo.
But I want to find out. He hasn't mentioned yet who his mentor was when he apprenticed as a tattoo artist. And so I'm trying to like, in lieu of just going, who'd you apprentice under? Because he's like alluded to who this guy was, but he won't say his name. And I want to see who it is so that I can try to get with them and try to get some, I want to get something from them as well, like an interview with them, to try to incorporate it into this documentary and some of the other people that he's worked with throughout the industry. Because he's worked with like guys named Dude Morrison, who is like, world-renowned tattoo artist, Gaylord Gunner, or Gunnar Gaylord, who is who actually did the tattoos on my fingers. This guy's like world-renowned tattoo artist. Like he's worked with all these guys that are here in Columbus, but he's like super humble about who he's worked with and who he's friends with. Like he doesn't brag about any of that shit. So it's hard to like drag it out of him.
Yeah, you got to pull it out of him.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like when you're doing these interviews, it's like you turn to a journalist and you have to like you can ask the questions from start to finish, but sometimes they'll be on an emotional beat. You got to jump, you got to like ride that wave,
Yeah. So it's been, so far it's been pretty good. Like we're making headway. I told him that, whenever he wants to start recording, he just needs to let me know. We'll set up time to start doing some interview style stuff and do that outside of, all of the tattoo stuff. Because he only calls me up when he has a big tattoo coming up that he wants to highlight. He doesn't call me for like the little walk-in stuff that he's doing, which I kind of, the other thing is it's a 45-minute drive to get to his studio from my house. So I've got to make sure it's worth it for me to drive up there at the same time. But he only calls me when he has big stuff going on. And he's just like, I got this Viking, funeral ship, this pyre ship that I'm doing, like come up and I'm going to finish the highlights on it. We're going to finish it up today. And then I'm going to start on this, this next piece. And, or we're doing a coyote skull with wildflowers, for this lady that, whatever. And it's all the shit he's done has just been like wildly amazing.
That's dope.
Yeah. Most of the stuff I've seen is incredible.
Yeah. He's really good at what he does.
Well, hey, I just want to say thank you, Bobby. I've got to get. If you guys want to keep recording,
thanks for having
whatever, you guys can keep talking, recording, whatever.
When SC plays Ohio State, I'm going to be coming up there. So we'll say.
Hey, you know what?
You've got a place to stay at Martell's anytime.
You know what? If you're going to come up, we should all get together. The Bourbon Hunters, us,
For sure.
We'll try to get Jason.
Not you, Utah boy.
Yeah, you'll be in Utah.
I can fucking phone in, dick.
I didn't say we were recording a show. I just said we were hanging out.
Yeah, you freaking Mormon. Yeah, no, I've got none but mad respect for you. I love USC as a program. Now they're in the Big Ten a little less because that's competition.
Yeah.
On the regular competition versus like in the Rose Bowl. But no, that's USC is a very great and storied tradition. I love
that's something that's sad about it is just the history of like even just USC Ohio State playing in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I love that. That's what the Rose Bowl always was. You're going to get Big Ten, you're going to get Pac-10, and then now it's it's a different animal now, and it's all for the better. I mean, it's more games, it's more money, and the fact that we get to play Michigan and Ohio State and Penn State, I think it's dope.
I think it's good for the Pac-10 teams and the Big Ten teams to mix in them heavy hitters, mainly USC out of the Pac-10, let's be honest. Of late, Oregon, a little bit of Washington.
Yeah. UCLA sometimes
historically, USC was like the Pac-10. Ohio State or Michigan was the Big Ten, So I think it's good in that aspect that it brings more culture and rivalry and better teams to both programs. But it also makes me kind of... I was on the sidelines 12 rows up when Mark Sanchez threw that touchdown in the horseshoe to win the game at the last second. I have not been a fan since then. But mad respect to USC. No, if you ever make it to Columbus, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll come out. We'll definitely hang out.
But
I'm gonna get there for a game. I got to visit Middle West because they've been friends with us for a long time. So.
Make a whole trip out
That'll
of it.
Be amazing.
Thank you so much for getting with us on this. This is a phenomenal product. I love everything I tried today.
So if we get a box in the future, are you willing to come on with us again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. That's great.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
well, next time you guys have to play the game, you have to put some, put something on the line.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
We'll play strip tastings.
Maybe someone's got to do the bomb.
No,
someone's got to snort the bomb.
On the lane. Nothing is going to go on.
Someone's got to snort the bomb, he said.
Yeah, nope. Hard pass.
Nope. All right.
Well, cheers, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so
Bobby,
much.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Patience again. Glad this happened.
Everybody, check out
Blind Barrels.
Everything. Blind Barrels. I was going to say check them out, but check them out on socials. Follow them. Mad respect. Love everything.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.
Have a
All
good
right.
one.
We'll see you.
Mike and Randy raise the glass. Living life, no future, no past. Alcohol level yell, echoes in the dark. Whiskey podcast like this smart. March out, Mike and Randy raise the glass. Living life, no future, no past.